What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good?
Man, you know, vibed out, living like I always do. Can't ever complain, baby. Can't ever complain. How you though, man? What's the word on your end today? Shout out to the drip too, man. I peep your outfit. Don't think I ain't peep you, man. I know I was a little frantic when you was coming in here. You know what I'm saying? But you drippy again, bro. With the sambas.
Yeah, do what I can.
The little sambas on. I like the sambas. They fire. Yes, sir.
I don't even remember what I did last weekend, to be honest with you.
Just probably be a rock star like you always are. You know how that go.
Yeah, what the hell did I do? I went golfing. Actually, I golfed with Dom.
Shout out to Dom, bro. Shout out to Dom. Shout out to you. Where's your golf at, bro? Because I actually went golfing too, bro. So
shitty course. Westwood probably not playing there again rest of the year. Hopefully they can get their things together and course management together for next year.
What happened? What happened,
it's just not well kept. Put it frank. She's not well kept.
Public or semi?
Public.
Public, okay.
Yeah. I don't really like the layout of one of their nines either. There's not much you can do about that. It's like really crammed together.
Okay.
Their front nine's not bad, but their back nine is very gimmicky, in my opinion. But anyway, we did a 2v2, me and Dom versus my one buddy and my brother. Came down to the wire. We ended up losing by a hole. Or actually a stroke. We did a stroke play. Yeah. There were some decisions made out there that were poor. We dropped and took a stroke, which cost us. Yeah, the course was terrible. Yeah, I'll just be frank with you.
Fair enough.
The course cost us a stroke or two. The course cost us.
It's like
there was a ball that was not lost. I'm just telling you, there was a ball that was not lost, but we couldn't find it, so we had to drop.
Of course, yeah.
But the bad decision I'm talking about is we should have just went back to play my ball.
Okay.
'Cause my ball hit a tree and didn't go too far.
Yeah.
But we still would have had a shot into the green, probably from like $150, $140 out. So your goal at that point is damage control. Get the ball up there, 2-putt, get your bogey. But we had to drop, and we still weren't on the green. Like Dom hit his shot, and I'm telling you, it was somewhere there. We just couldn't find it. So we had to drop around the vicinity, but we still weren't on the green, so we had to chip. Plus the stroke, we ended up getting a double bogey because our chip wasn't. Our chip it actually wasn't a bad chip. We were like 15 feet away, but we 2-putted from there. So it was just a bad decision.
I see.
A bad decision cost us a stroke.
I can understand that. I can actually.
We came back. We were down 4 going into the back 9, and we rallied back. Yeah, they made a couple lucky putts.
So they were nice.
We should have won. I'm not fronting with you.
We had kind of surprised.
We had 2 holes that cost us. Just bad shots in trees or whatnot, and we're just wasting strokes.
Okay.
Those just 2 holes, but I actually think we played more consistently throughout the whole round. It's just that's golf. It's golf. That's what it is.
I can dig that.
I felt good about my game.
No, I like
that.
I
felt like the golf gods weren't in our favor, but I texted my friends in a group message. Yeah. I was okay with that, though. I'm okay with that because you shouldn't be leaving it up to the golf gods.
Fair enough. I can respect.
Just play better golf.
I can respect.
Like I'm not making an excuse.
It's context. It's context.
It is what it is, man. Yeah. It is what it is.
I like that, man. I actually went back out there for the first time in a minute. Me and Lil G, we strictly stuck to the driving range. It was amazing. 2 hours of just hitting balls. I see what you talk about when you say going to the range is a vibe. Like you could just feel good, get better with your swing. I felt so much better by the time I got done with my driver. I'm just like, yo, it's eye-opening. I got inspired. I even have a lesson coming up, Deke. That's how committed I am. I have my first lesson coming up, bro. I'm excited. Nice. I'm like, you know what? I'm swinging this thing. I'm getting contact. I'm actually knowing where the ball is at sometimes. So now I think I'm ready to take that next step. So yeah, I've officially crossed over to being a golf guy now. Once you get a lesson, you're a golf guy. So
is that what they say?
Yeah, it feels right. You know, you either play for a team or you got lessons. It's one or the other. But once you do that, you're officially a golf guy. Okay. This is like my last little, all right, I'm a golf guy now. I got multiple pair of golf shoes. That was like one of the real things. I got my own set of clubs. I even got 2 golf bags, even though I didn't mean to buy 2 golf bags. I was such a novice. I didn't know that the bag came with the clubs. So, yeah, you know. I'm serious. I just was sure. I was like, how you know? Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like this is like my next step of like really being a golf guy. So I'm really looking forward to it, man. But yeah, man, it was a vibe, bro. Busy weekend on my side, bro, but in a good way. Was out in the community, pulled up to Aliquippa. Shout out to the folks at Aliquippa. LA. That's what they call it. Lovely Aliquippa. Man, got a chance to kick it out there on Saturday morning. We're doing a food drive with Shell. Shout out to Shell Polymers, the big company. Obviously, they're based out of, I think it's Houston, but they got one of their big branches up here. Rocking with them, man. The Quips little football team. Some of the little homies was out there, man. It was good to meet some of them. And they all ready. They's like, yeah, man, we trying to go win this another one. I'm like, bro, y'all some little killers over here. I love this, man. And y'all in the community. Salute y'all, man. But that was a vibe, bro. It was a vibe. Like, that was good. It was a little hot, but it was good to feel that energy, man. Be out there, boots on the ground and stuff like that. Then, let's see, Friday, had my speaking event. Talking to the kids over at South Fair High School. Man, that was a vibe, too. I don't think I sent them down the path of destruction.
Motivated.
I think I motivated them. I think they're all pointed in the right direction. All the feedback that I've been getting loosely from others, I'm like, all right, sounds like everything was good. So I didn't bomb it out. So hopefully, I get a good review on my Yelp.
A bunch of winners.
That's what I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping.
They have Yelps for speakers?
I really don't know, but I'm sure they have a review for something out there. You know what I mean? But it was with vibe,
You have a
bro.
LinkedIn?
I do. I don't really tap in on it like that, though. I got, just people in place that, all right, when it's speaking stuff, your ears up, all right, you take the point on this. I just try to do it like that. Yeah. But it's a vibe, though, bro. Like I said, it was a good, productive weekend, man. It was a good, productive weekend. And now, Deke, I'm in countdown mode because Friday represents the last day of school for my little ones, man. I just got to get to Friday. Low key, I got to get to Wednesday. I tutored my oldest. She got her math final. Started today, yesterday, or it's today, tomorrow, Wednesday's the final day. Once I get past that, Deke, it's smooth sailing. It's research until the cows come home. It's kick my feet up. It's go outside and get manicures and pedicures at 2 p.m. just because I don't have anything going on. That's what I'm looking forward to, Deke. All right? That's what I'm looking forward to. So I'm almost there. I can feel it. It's right around the corner, man.
Doesn't that go away when the kids are off school?
No, not for me, man. Because then wifey going to take over. Yeah, put it on wifey. When you get married, you just put it on wife. Everybody knows that.
You can't do all that stuff right now, though, while they're at school?
Oh, you can. But then I got to bring wifey with me.
Oh.
It doesn't feel like
She's like that.
It don't feel like I'm pampering myself. I feel like I got to share my time with her. You know what I'm saying?
You can't leave the house without her.
Yeah, you know how that go, man. Yeah. She's like, hold on, where we going? I'm like, wait. You're going to get the kids. I'm going to do this. So that's what's fitting to happen, Deke. So I'm feeling real good about that, man. Yeah, don't tell my wife I said that, but that's how it's going down.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, man, we should start booking 18 holes the next, 3-4 days next week, now that I think about it. What we got to lose, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, hey, look, man. Hey, I love you, you love me, right? Hey, I'm done, all right? It's me time. I need Monday through Thursday, me and Deke playing 18 every day. So I'm telling you. Put it on you, though.
Get the tea times.
Yeah. I'm going to say, babe, Deke already booked the tea time. You know how that go, man. Yeah, so we good either way.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Put it
you know
on
what I'm saying? I'm putting it on you, but that's how it's going to go down, though. I'm just letting you know.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Self-care. Other Jacob, he says it perfect. Self-care is essential. Yep. Self-care for us, man. So, yeah.
That's what they say.
Man. But other than that, man, life is good, man. So life is good. And we got plenty we're going to talk about, too, man. Got some more rumblings coming out of OTAs. Definitely liking that. And with one of the young guys that we actually need to be hearing positive stuff about as well. So I did like that element. Little league-wide topic today too, man. We're talking about some breakout stars and seeing which one of our guys get some national attention. So that's always fun to see. And then we might, if we get enough time at the end of this day, man, tap into some of this USFL because, yeah, little Pittsburgh down there is going off. Not the Maulers, but it's another team I call Little Pittsburgh. They actually play in Memphis. But yeah, man, we're going to have to talk about all that. So, with that being the case, man, if you ready, I'm ready. Let's get this thing rolling the way we always do. So go ahead, drop in the comment section where you are tuning in from. We'll give you those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And also, do not forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so just yet.
We got Jubilee, 28.
Yeah.
Tuning in from the 843 St. Stephen, South Carolina.
Shout out to St. Stephen, South Carolina, man. One time.
Christian Ramos Moreno, Savannah, Georgia, in the crib.
Shout out to Savannah. Let's get it.
Barbasciato, 805 Thousand Oaks, California.
Shout out to Bart. One time for the culture.
Craig Ellis, Lancaster, PA, as always.
I like that. Salute you, baby. Salute you.
Raw Dollars at 330, Youngstown, Ohio. Share a line, baby.
Can we get some share a line in the house?
And I'm seeing he's playing some semi-pro football.
What?
He said he had a game in West Virginia this weekend.
Word. Mountain Mama. Shout out to West Virginia, man. Let's go. How did you play? Drop it in the section. Let us know how you did, man.
Speaking of that, did you hear Narduzzi's comments about West Virginia? Or he called into the fan. Yeah.
I did not. What was going on?
Kind of just put him on blast.
Oh.
Just speaking truths, really.
What did he say? What did he say?
I think it was a little back and forth between him and the co-host. Went to West Virginia. And I think the fan attendance was brought up. How West Virginia took over Hines or something. And
Narduzzi going to feel some type way about that.
Narduzzi debunked that.
Yeah, he's going to feel some type way about that one.
Because it was 75 to 80% Pitt fans last year. I'm telling you.
For a fact it was. We can see
it really was. I think there was talks about how's Pitt going to travel down to West Virginia. And Narduzzi said, to be honest, I don't know, because I don't know if Pitt people want to get caught up in some of the stuff West Virginia they try to do down there. You know what I mean?
Oh.
He's like, Pitt people are a little bit more classy than that.
Oh, he went that road on him.
Oh yeah. No, these are all quotes out there in terms of like, West Virginia they treat people bad whenever they come down here. But Pitt people know it's just a football game. They're not taking it out of that type of context and trying to hurt people. That's kind of how he put it out there.
Low key, it does sound on brand when you think about how you talk versus how TG talks. We talked about it. We're like, yo, he make it sound like it's like not a game.
It's like, if you go down there, it's
you might not come back.
50% chance you're gonna die. It's like, bro, I'm just going down there to watch a football game.
It's like, yo, it ain't that deep.
We could both have our allegiances, talk some smack here and there, but I don't know if people want to put their lives on the line.
Yes, like it ain't that serious, man. It is a college football game on top of that. It is definitely not that serious, man. Yeah, I'm with you, baby. I'm with you, man. Yeah,
that's some of the stuff that Narduzzi was bringing up, though. And I was like, that's my coach. I like that. He's representing.
Yo, it has to be the universe. So Narduzzi is talking like that. Literally, I'm recording Lock and Mates with TG yesterday. We don't have nothing to talk about that deals with West Virginia and Pitt. And randomly, he's like, bro, can we talk about the last 6 minutes of that backyard brawl? Man, I can't believe da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, yo, you really going on about the backyard brawl right now? Like, yes, he still feels some type of way about it. Still some type of way. So it is good to hear Narduzzi at least, flexing on them cats like that.
Yeah, you see
because
this
they
headline.
did talk greasy. It definitely says
Pitt coach
that,
Pat Narduzzi
yes.
called into a sports radio show. Let me get some of the quotes.
Jeez.
He says, what do you got this West Virginia guy doing on our Pittsburgh radio show? Like, we couldn't find someone better. I mean, his parents were smart enough to go to Pitt, but this guy couldn't get it done, huh?
Who were the hosts? Because it was the morning show or was it afternoon?
It says Crowley.
So Adam Crowley, so that's the morning. So Adam Crowley, Doran, and that's not Mac. Is that Chris Mack? No. I didn't think Mac went to W, did he?
No, it's definitely saying Crowley.
So so just specifically Adam Crowley. Okay, yeah, because he's major W though. Yeah, he's like big time W dude.
Narduzzi goes on to say why Pitt fans don't want to go to West Virginia and how they'd rather go to the zoo. Narduzzi added he doesn't call into radio shows often, but he just couldn't take it anymore.
Shout out to the home of the crowd, man. One time for the culture, baby. One time for the culture. Oh. He done got Narduzzi to talk a little bit. Shout out to Narduzzi.
Let me see. Man. I think there's more stuff. Let me try to find.
I like it.
Let me try to find some more quotes here.
I like it when you get a little juicy like that. When you get the coach to come out and talk a little greasy one time.
I do feel like
they don't want to get caught up in all that nonsense that y'all do up in West Virginia that they be doing over there. Nah.
These articles aren't written well that I'm finding here.
All right.
I'm gonna check one more. If I can't find more quotes, then let's just move on. But I paraphrased it pretty good.
No, you did. That was pretty elite.
I don't know if
right
people
there.
in the chat are agreeing with me or not.
That was pretty elite, though, bro. Because the headline definitely says he roasts the fans. Like, you're not putting it like that unless he was really talking.
Yeah, this is what it was. Crowley jabbed back by asking Narduzzi if he thinks Pitt fans will account for 75% of this year's brawl, which is typically the percentage of WVU fans in the crowd when Mountaineers travel up to home of Pitt at Heinz Field, which, as I said, wasn't the case last year. It was 75 to 80% Pitt.
Bro.
Okay, yeah. Here he goes. Here was Narduzzi's response. Well, there wasn't 75% here at Pittsburgh. But that's a whole other story. You know, you guys like to talk about crazy stuff a year later after it didn't go so good for you. But I don't think we'll travel as well down to Morgantown because of the smaller stadium size. I didn't know he threw that out there. And the way they treat fans down there. I think there's a lot of Pitt fans that are kind of, you know, obviously they've got money to do it. But I just wonder.
You know they got the money to do it. You see the flex, yo.
But I just wonder what that'll be like. From all the stories I've heard, there's a lot of older Pitt fans that are like, I'm not going down to that place. I'd rather go to the zoo.
Narduzzi said, if you're broke, say you're broke, man. We ain't got time for y'all little money in West Virginia, man. We big Pitt over here. You heard what he said with your little boy stadium. That's why we ain't going to pack it up because your stadium too small. Get your money up. Expand.
He says, I'm really excited about that 7:30 night game. Couldn't be more excited. I mean, hey, 7:30 in Pittsburgh a year ago. We'll take another 7:30. It'll be a great atmosphere down there. You know, wear your hard hats and get ready to go. It'll be a little different style than the class in Pittsburgh. So I was right. Do you agree? Like I kind of gave it to you the right way.
Bro, he was definitely talking greasy. Shout out to Crowley to get him to come out like that. Because it took Crowley making that last little jab, that little 74, that jab, that got Narduzzi going. Because if you remember, post-game, well, you might not remember because you was turned up. But post-game, when he did that interview talking about ESPN, yeah, that's the part that really pissed him off. So for Crowley to bring that up, I like that. But shout out to Narduzzi though, man. If you gonna do it, you might as well do it. If you gonna flex on,
I feel like he was spitting facts.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like that's one of the ones where sure. You don't want him to say it. It's not the prettiest. It's not the best. But if you're poking the bear, all right, he could drop a little fact on you. All right, so he just gave some facts. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like it. No harm, no foul. I think that's a good day right there, man. I like how he's
I was liking what Narduzzi was saying.
He's growing on me, man. He's growing on me.
Yeah,
I like it. If he gonna do that to me now,
my coach.
Yeah, that's my coach. I like that. Hey, HTP, let's go, man. H2P. All right, and we did also get a follow up from Rod Dollars about his game. He said that the semi-pro game that he played in.
Yeah.
So he said that he had an 86-yard kick return. Said he got called back though. All right. Said he had 0 catches at wide receiver, and he had 4 carries for 38 yards.
Okay.
It's a productive day. I could dig that. Shout out to you, Rod Dollars, man. Shout out to you. I just wanted to get your stats in here, man. So salute you. But yeah, man. Shout out to Narduzzi one time for the coach, baby. I like that. I like it.
I'll say a couple more here. President Nitty 419. What's up, Deke Moats? Bring your fam to Cedar Point.
We did a Cedar Point low key though. You Cedar Point guy?
Yeah, it's nice up there. I haven't been to an amusement park in probably a decade.
I was gonna say I haven't been since before COVID.
But yeah, I like roller coasters, and they're probably the amusement park that you would call the king of roller coasters.
Yeah, I mean
they got some really good ones.
Yeah.
The Dragster and the Millennium Force. They got another one or two. Although I don't know any of their new ones. But Dragsters, I think when it came out, it was the highest roller coaster in the world.
Yeah.
But it's probably like top 5 now because I think some other countries have made ones a little higher.
It is funny that when the amusement park drops one of them rides, because I remember in Virginia we had a spot called King's Dominion, and when they first came out with this, oh my gosh, it wasn't the volcano. It was the avalanche or something like that, but it had like this it was the biggest drop in all of North America. It was like a 200 and something foot drop at the time. It was like 90s, 2000s time frame. It literally is you watch it in the parking lot and it's like all the way here and it's just nosedives. And I was like the ride that everybody wanted to get on. Yeah.
You ever see people come back down if they don't get over the top? That's happened with the Dragster.
What?
It'll come back down. There's no crashes or anything,
No,
but I'm sure that would be a very scary experience if you're on the coaster. Oh my gosh.
I've seen it when they break down here like this and you got to get off and they've had to walk down. I've seen that. In fact, we were on the ride before that happened. Yeah, I've seen that. It was like, oh my gosh. If that would happen to us, I probably would have let out all my bowel movements at the top of that 200-something foot drop before we walked down this little catwalk. It wouldn't have worked for me, baby. It wouldn't have worked. Yeah. I've definitely seen that.
I'll say a couple more. Jamie
Shout out
Carlo.
to the Tower of Terror, Steelers Road Warrior. That's another one that's a vibe. Absolutely.
He's tuning in from the 321 Melbourne, Florida. Baby Bubba, 817 Fort Worth.
Let's get it.
And then the other Jacob, Picket Fence, 602 Phoenix, Arizona.
No, I like that. Respect, man. Respect.
And then we got a bunch of super chats here.
All right, let's tap in, man.
First, we got President Nitty. Moats, your community involvement is inspiring. Thank you.
Nah, man, salute you, man. We appreciate you, man. You know, while we got a platform, while we can make an impact, let's do it, right? Ain't nothing wrong with a little impact, man. So, nah, appreciate you, man. Absolutely.
Cal Monier, what up, Deke and Moats? We're in the Berg till Wednesday.
Okay.
I wonder what he's doing. Go to a Bucks game.
Seriously.
They're on fire again.
And they're at home to... No, they're
the
home
next
tomorrow.
3 games.
Yeah, because they got the Mets on Wednesday, right?
They got the A's, whatever homestand this is right
A's
now.
ends tomorrow. I know Mets.
No, it's just starting up.
So hold on, Mets are definitely. I say Mets are. Is that Thursday then?
Are they
It
home?
had to be Thursday. Yeah, they're home again.
Wow.
Yeah, because their home is like.
That's a big home.
Because I
streak.
low key was thinking, I was like, yo, I could pull up on this joint that day or that day. That's
We were
what
just home this last weekend. against
Yeah.
Cardinals. So that's 3 series in a row.
Yeah.
That's like 9-10 games in a row.
But then they on the
DNC.
road like for a minute too after that. But I did like it. I was like, all right.
I'm a little worried because we had this big sweep of the Cardinals. Now, I think
Yeah.
the Cardinals are a little bit worse than what they usually are.
Mhm.
We had this big sweep of them, and everyone's expecting us to blow out the A's now because
Yeah.
the A's are terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That worries me. And I think we got our like top 3 pitchers going
Yeah,
against the A's.
A's are till Wednesday, and then Friday is when they start the homestand versus the Mets. That's what it is.
We got to stay humble.
Yeah.
We got to stay humble. Don't get caught up in the hype too much.
Hey, bro, this is
Just
like
stay grinding.
we really hot right now, man.
We are, yeah.
Like
I
we
think
really
we're back
doing
in the
it.
mix for
Like
first
seriously,
place in the
bro.
division.
Yeah, we seriously high right now.
Kutch wasn't messing around. He said it's a good thing we had this terrible month of May as opposed to having a terrible month of September or
Yeah.
October.
Very true. Very true, man.
Because we're still in the mix.
Very
but
true.
hopefully he enjoys his time in Pittsburgh. But he asked, what's the best pizza in Pittsburgh? Deke, don't say Domino's or Pizza Hut. We're big foodies.
Man, y'all know if we talking pizza, I'm swearing by Fiore's. Shout out to Fiore's one time for the culture of youth around here. Y'all know Fiore's and what time they be on. I also have to bring up Minios because I have, had a chance to partake of them, and they are delicious as well. It's just a different style. To me, Fiore's a little bit sweeter with their sauce. I like it a lot, and it's just like I said, it's my personal favorite. I got my personal ties with them, but I rock with them. Minios is dope too, but like I said, not as sweet of a sauce on it, but still a really dope pizza as well, though. But I would go Fiore's personally.
Yeah, if I can't say Pizza Hut, then Fiore's is the answer. Pizza Hut is my favorite pizza
You can't go wrong
in
with
general.
Pizza Hut.
But in terms of Pittsburgh pizza,
Are you a Domino's guy?
Fiore's. Yeah, I like Domino's.
Papa John's?
I'm taking Pizza Hut over all of them, though. Yeah, I'd eat
Okay.
those. Like, if someone gave me those
Yeah.
pieces of pizza and said, oh, this is Domino's or Papa John's, I'm not going to say, oh, F that.
Oh,
give me
I
Pizza
just
Hut.
said, yeah, I
eat
would
it.
say no. Yeah, I'm with you. I would eat
There's
all
not
of
too
them.
many pizzas
Yeah.
you can make wrong. I
I'm
don't think
with
I've
you.
ever really had a bad pizza.
Yeah, just don't.
I don't like tomato chunks.
I was
will
about to
say
say
that.
I don't want you to get creative and do the big tomatoes or the Mediterranean. Like I'm like basic, pepperoni, meat lovers, cheese,
Yep.
and that's it. That's all I need. It's one of them 3. Either it's a cheese, it's a pepperoni, it's meat lovers. That's all I need. I don't want the pineapples. I don't want the mushroom, the anchovies. I don't need all that. I'm good.
I'll throw a sleeper pick in there because you had your honorable mention.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll say Campides. I don't mind Campides. It's
Ooh.
over in like Dormont.
Yeah, I've only had them like once, bro. I've only had them once, but they was definitely good. Absolutely.
Fiore's, if you only have one spot to go to, though, yeah, pick Fiore's.
Yeah.
Ryan McPherson says, want to send a shout out to Moats for visiting Aliquippa, my dad's hometown, and doing charity work. Love the town.
Nah, man, salute you, man. Shout out to the Quip, man. Nah, it was dope over there in L.A. They kept calling it L.A., man. The mayor was out there. Like, all like the little Congress people was dope. Met some of the police officers that was out there in the community and stuff like that, man. But, man, it's one of the ones when you there and you vibe with the people, man, and you seeing these people pull up, man, in their cars. Some of the people was even walking up. Man, you just get a chance to interact and cut up with them, man. It's a vibe. And a lot of
Revis
them,
was there.
no, he actually wasn't. But they did invite us to potentially do our podcast when he's supposed to be there. They was like, yo, home opener, man.
With
Y'all-
Revis.
He ain't say with Revis, but what he's, because like they was like, they fans of the podcast. It's just like, yo, man, y'all need to pull up to the home opener because that's when we're going to have Revis back. We're going to have Ty Law
Oh,
back.
they're trying to pull an
Yeah,
AB
I was
move
like, you're
on
trying to
us.
set me up. I was like, you're trying to set us
Yeah.
up, baby. They was like, yeah, we're going to hit you up in the booth right here, and then you can have them
Making
right
promises
there.
they
I was
can't
like,
keep.
all right, now, see, all right. Yeah. But I said, it sound good. But I do be hearing them games do be crazy over there. I haven't actually been to an Aliquippa home game. When I saw Aliquippa play, I forgot who they were playing, but it was on the road. They whooped the heck out of that team. But it was in the playoffs. Actually, one of the first high school games I actually called color commentary wise up here was that one too, man. But yeah, he was trying. He was, hey man, y'all gotta pull up, man. You know, just set up right. I'm like, we'll see, we'll see. I'm with you though, Deke. We'll see. Can we confirm Reeves? If you're confirming Reeves, that's a different combo. If you're confirming Ty Law,
what do you need?
You know what I'm saying?
As confirmation, you need to talk to Reeves personally.
I would personally like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a text. You know what I'm saying? Just
it can't be hearsay.
Nah. It can't be worried about. Trust me, that's my biz. Oh, no. Send a text. I need to confirm from his 412 or 724, or it needs to be a New York or New Jersey area code. All right. So yeah.
Unless he's still using the one from Tampa Bay.
Okay, so a Tampa Bay area code. But outside of that, it can't just be no random, oh yeah, this is cousin for that. Like, no, I don't want that.
Let's go. UW says Dotson doing a lot of talking for someone who got benched for a false start.
Hey, so obviously we were going to talk about this when we got to OTAs. What do you make of some of that though, bro?
I don't make much of it, to be honest. I think media's just blowing it out of proportion. I just think Dotson has a bad take on it. He doesn't think Broderick Jones is going to play in 2023. I think that's the main comment people are talking about.
Isaac Seumalo saying that he feels like he is ready and that he is going to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think Jones is going to play in 2023 at some point, whether it's week 1 or middle of the season, because he's already getting first team reps, and it's really early in the offseason.
And it's not like Dan.
And they're moving Dan Moore to right tackle when it seems Dan Moore is open to it.
It's open to it, yeah. And it's also not like Dan Moore didn't give up any sacks, or it was like he had this like perfect season and we're looking and saying, well, man, we're trying to upgrade that. He still had moments where it wasn't, what we personally want on a consistent basis. So it's like everything pointed to them taking this guy where they took him. And when you just look at the history of guys drafted that high, how many of these dudes don't start?
They're gonna give him a chance,
or don't even see the field year one.
I don't think they're gonna give it to Jones, but they're gonna give him every opportunity.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I was just really shocked. I was like, man, what is that coming from, bro? But I get why media or fans, they go with the route of, oh man, you just got benched, so you sour grapes. You're gonna say it. You're gonna try to hate on him. I get that part because that's fans, media. You take the negative approach versus the positive approach, or just the optimistic approach. But it was just crazy to me that Seumalo can have such a difference of opinion on Broderick and him playing, whereas Dotson, he's like, nah, I don't see that happening. I'm just like, dang. But
now, there's a couple things. If you listen to the interview, it's teed up to be a specific question on Broderick Jones. And the guy that's asking it also talks about Dan Moore and Chooks and how he's like, I thought they played good. I don't think they should be benched. So, like, what's the deal with them drafting Broderick? Where do you think he fits on this offensive line?
Yeah.
So I think Dotson was just naturally giving his take.
Talking about that.
Yeah, I think he was giving his take and how he thinks the season will play out on the offensive line, and feels like Broderick Jones may not get a chance over those other guys. And I have a feeling this was probably recorded before maybe some of the news that came out on OTAs with Broderick getting first-team reps and everything.
Yeah.
I got to assume that. Because if he's seeing Broderick at first-team reps, I don't think you have that
But you
take.
see, that's what I'm saying, though. I'm like, the timing of it is weird. Because if it was pre-done, sure, I'm with you. If it's not, that comes off like you hate it. And I think that's what, like, in terms of...
I don't feel like he was hating. I really don't.
Right. Does it change your mind if it was after the fact and you had already seen Broderick practicing at OTAs, taking first-team reps, and then you still have that strong of a stance?
No, just because how he sounded. Okay. No, just because how he sounded. And he mentioned how this offensive line group's really tight right now.
Yeah.
And, like, they're doing the dinners and stuff again. I just don't feel that way.
For sure.
I didn't think there was anything malicious, anything, like, any, like, side agenda in his answer.
Yeah, I was just shocked. Like I said, just him and Isaac can have so like wavering ideas or perceptions of Broderick. That was my whole take. I'm just like, how does this guy?
I didn't even hear Seumalo, so he said Broderick's going to start.
He's like, yo, he should be starting. He's like, he's going to be the starter. He's going to be playing. Like,
that's what it feels like already.
But it was just such like, because Isaac, the same way Dotson was on like, yo, he doesn't see him playing potentially this year. Isaac's like, what are you, like, he's going to be the guy. He's going to be playing. So that's why I was just like, dang, how y'all, same position, but yet y'all look at this dude very differently, it seems like. That's all.
My guess is it was recorded like last week or something.
For sure.
Maybe before.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Because otherwise, I'm like, that does make it super awkward a little bit, bro. If I'm coming in here, I'm taking these reps, and you telling people you don't think I'm going to be starting or seeing the field this year, I'm like, with what you've been seeing when I go out here. No, I'm like serious though, because that's a part of it when you talk about that dynamic in the locker room. Now, I mean, we're all teammates, but at the same time, we're competing. Do you want this to be a damn more thing because y'all got the personal relationship? Like, that's some of the stuff that potentially goes through your mind when you're the new guy. Roger don't know Dotson like that. He don't know Dan Moore like that. But it's like, that's why I'm like, the timing of it, it just was like weird. But I do hope it's like what you were saying, man, in terms of just being early on and it ain't nothing like that. Because I'm just like, that would be super uncomfortable. I feel like if you're the young guy, man, and this is the dude that's saying that he don't think you even going to play after you seen me take reps. Like, how did you get that from what I took? Like, was I trash? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what did I look like out here, bro? It's OTAs. Who cooked me that bad?
Right. You would have, because it seemed like Dotson came across as just very honest and straight up throughout the whole interview. So the interviewer bringing up, like, oh, where's the place for Dotson on this line? Is he going to beat out Dan Moore on the left side or Chooks on the right or anything? I'm sure Dotson seeing that information or witnessing Roger Jones getting first-team reps would have said, like, oh, actually, today he got first-team reps.
I think it could be any one of these dudes. They're going to compete. The best guy's going to win. Whoever gets the job, man, I'm excited for them, man. That's going to make us better. I don't think he's going to see the field potentially this year. Like, it just is different of a response. That's my whole thing. It's like, why even go that route? But, can't fault honesty. If that's how you felt in the moment, and ain't the end of the world, no way or the other. But it was just like, dang, it's a little surprising, man. It's a little surprising.
No, I don't think he meant anything bad by it.
For sure. Shout out to Dotson either
That's
way,
my
though, man.
takeaway from it.
Shout out to Dotson either way, man. Yeah, and hopefully they at least could chill on him with the social media because they always try to kill him. He just be wrong place, wrong time too many times, man. But shout out to Dotson.
Yeah,
man.
it feels like Dotson's a good dude. I mean, we've had him on any
cool
interview I hear with him.
Yeah. And that's why I was so just surprised when I even read it because I'm like, Dotson has never given off that vibe, but he's never said nothing like that either. And that's why it was just like, what, like, why? What was the timing of it? Was it right after he drafted Broderick? Before he actually took these reps? Like, when was that part done? But, yeah.
The Analyzer has joined the upper room.
Shout out to the Analyzer and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But I did want to tap in a little bit more since we were kind of already on this OTA topic, right? Did you see what my man Pat P had to say?
Who? Calvin Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fast.
I was liking that. More so just the simple fact that
Pat P
in
was
terms
getting
of...
cooked.
Nah, I ain't like the cook part. I ain't like the cook part. I ain't like that part.
He self-admitted a penalty, a pass interference.
Low key, did you hear it, right?
Yeah.
It's like I had to grab him. I was like, all right, we'll take the penalty. Don't give it a touchdown. I like that. But more so for me, man, I was a little bit more excited about the fact that Calvin's recovery. If he's still able to go like that, that means that foot healed up the way it's supposed to heal. That means surgery went the way it was supposed to go. And hopefully we don't have this be like anything lingering where it's going to compromise him. That's what I took away from it. You know what I mean? Just in the sense of if you running by Pat P like that, Pat P know how to get it done. Pat P done seen a lot. So, yeah, for you to be able to get one like that on Pat P, I like that a lot.
Because that's what I was even thinking whenever Pat P was complimenting JPJ and Trice. Mm-hmm. He's been around the block a while. I don't think he's just handing out compliments willy-nilly. Mm-hmm. He knows what it takes to be good in this league. And if he sees little glimpses of that from JP and Trice, I feel like he means what he's saying. So the same thing with Austin. He's went up against a lot of receivers.
He's like, yo.
To be given these type of compliments and saying, like, this dude's really fast, it's got to mean something. He sees something special in Austin.
When he said he told them boys, y'all owe me an apology. He's like, man, I'm in this year with this many miles and y'all ain't tell me homie run the 4.2. Like, what are we doing? I felt that energy right there, bro. Take care of your vets, man. Don't set my man up like that. That's a hamstring.
And I could be wrong on this because I know Austin said it last year when he took a run to the house. He said, I didn't even turn the afterburners on. I think he said that he's still not even like up to 100% speed just yet.
Which is crazy.
Like in these OTAs right now.
Pat P can roll, bruh. Pat P fast. Even this part of Pat P at this stage, he still got it. He still can go. So I'm like, man, you mean tell me you ain't even hitting it? You doing that to folks? Like, yikes.
Maybe it's a good thing we didn't draft Jordan Addison.
Maybe so.
I'm telling you, I did. I witnessed that firsthand in my franchise. I did. I really did. I witnessed it firsthand. So we didn't need another receiver on the roster. We needed O-line help.
I just love the growth, Deke. I just love how you're able to just come back afterwards and you're like, you know what? hindsight 2020, maybe
I was benching Deontay
maybe
for Calvin.
I shouldn't. Maybe this was right.
Yeah,
I like
Calvin
that.
was like my number one receiver my last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
Bench Deontay.
No, I like
Addison's
that a
still
lot.
out there. We got official momentum saying what's good, guys.
Man, shout out
# Jack
to
Maurice
official.
Myers Jr.
Let's get it, man. Never forget the name, baby. Never forget the name.
Devontae Bates has joined the upper room.
Man, shout out to Devontae Bates and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right. Next, we have more. We got a couple of official momentums in a row here.
Oh, hey now.
It says Ambition Live at Craft House, July 21st.
Get it. Let's get it.
2023 at 8 p.m. Boy.
Let's get it.
Fish Momentum Moats. I'm going to be at the Bills preseason. # Go Steelers.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if Bell's going to join them.
Why you being so extra, man? Like, yo, don't do that. Don't do that. That's just, yeah.
I'm in a bad mood because I saw Josh Allen might be the Madden 24 cover
Oh,
athlete.
my
I'm in a bad mood.
God. What does that have to do with you being...
Although,
Like,
depends on who you ask.
Oh, my God, no.
I'm kind of over the Madden curse because I don't really...
I thought it was done with Mahomes.
Yeah, I thought it's
Yeah.
been done over these last like 5, 6,
Right,
7
Mahomes
years.
did it. Who was the receiver? It was the receiver that went
Brady's
crazy
been
too.
on there. Oh yeah, AB led the league
AB,
in touchdowns.
yeah, that's what it was. I was like, AB went crazy on it. Not
AB
literally, but he went crazy.
Yeah, AB.
Yeah.
I think probably the one was most cursed over the last like 6 or 7. Would you say Lamar Jackson? After his MVP, was he banged
No,
up?
but when did he? See, I'm with you. I don't remember the timing of it, but I don't feel like
think
the
he got
curse is
banged
still
up.
like that no more, though, bro.
Oh no! No, they made the playoffs that year. That's when they lost to the Bills, I think. Right? Did you
Yeah.
throw that pick against the Bills
Yeah.
because his MVP year he lost to the Titans.
Right, that was the year before.
So yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
that was really much of a curse then.
And think about it, he balled out even that second year as well. That was when their O-line was terrible and all that other stuff, though.
You can't say Mahomes because Mahomes has been great every year he's been playing.
Yeah.
Was the last one Odell maybe? That was 16.
I think Odell
He probably got hurt. He was always hurt, so I
think
would
of, like,
make a good guess he was hurt. And
Between
that season.
Odell, you got Peyton Hillis. Was that 12 with
Oh, yeah.
Hillis?
Oh, yeah.
He was another one. Yeah.
So the reason I bring that up is because I tweeted out a little Photoshop I did of TJ being on the cover for Madden 24.
Oh, so you felt some type of way. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
No, hear me out. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. A lot of people were pissed off about that in the comments. They were like, no,
the
don't
curse,
want
they
that.
don't
Yeah,
want it.
they talk about the curse. So
Yeah.
if you ask some people, they're pumped about Josh Allen being on the
I
cover.
can understand that. I'm pumped. I'm going to get the game, actually. I haven't bought the game in a minute. I actually do plan on getting this one, though.
Hopefully they have a different cover athlete for like the deluxe editions I get.
I'm just excited about this one particular, man.
I'm definitely not getting the physical copy.
I'm for a fact. The last physical copy I have has 8-4 up there. So just know this is history being made, you know.
You gonna get it signed by him?
You never know. You never know. You never know.
Dude, he's in the newspapers now. You see that?
Yeah.
He's getting a lot of buzz
Yeah.
dating that actress.
Yeah, but it's funny though. I actually like the situation for him right now. Not the date and stuff, but league wide, it's almost cooler to poo on Josh than to praise Josh. These past 2
those
years
the
has
vibes
been more
these
praise.
days?
Absolutely.
Is it?
Past 2 years has been more praise. Right now, it's man, he ain't like that. It's that. Oh, he was worse this year, and it's like no, actually the numbers were.
We do get
the
those
same
takes
better.
from TG.
Yeah, but that's the perception, and that's how people talk about it, which we like because now, all right, cool. We know what it's like to be up here where everybody's gunning for you. All right, yeah, he trash. Cool, let's roll that way. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's still with the same whooping going on, baby. Yeah, but that's definitely the vibe right now. Like the whole dating, the little singer chick. I mean, the action chick is cool, but I don't really get into all that. That's like the tabloid type stuff. You know how that go. Like Jimmy G or Mason and his dating and Dobbs, like all them, the quarterbacks get all that. Yeah.
Might be a distraction for him this season.
Oh, Lord, isn't Kenny getting married this offseason? In fact, he is. I just talked to him. He's getting married. Yeah, that's not a distraction.
Mm-mm.
A marriage is way more of a distraction than just dating a chick, man. Yeah.
Nah, she's a popular chick.
Oh gosh. Well, Kenny's chick about to be really popular too once she becomes Mrs. Pickett. Yeah. And she pull up to that
Pickett's
jersey.
trying to keep it low key.
She go pull up to the stadium with the jersey with the 8 on it, say Mrs. Pickett on the back. Oh yeah. That's when all low key goes out the window,
just
man.
watching film for his bachelor party. To be honest.
Oh gosh, I could assure you I don't see that happening, man.
Young Poppy Bonito. Moats, describe the moment you decided to retire.
Describe the moment I decided to retire.
What was your feeling? What was going on through your mind?
Okay, I'll say when it was like official. When I was in AZ, I had already been flirting with the idea my third year here in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I remember going into my third year. This would have been 2016. That off season, I remember sitting down with wifey, sitting down with a couple of like my vets that I kind of like were like my mentors at the time, and talking with them. And I was like, even then, I was like, yo, I'm ready to go. Like, I done got 7 in this thing. I'm from JMU. I'm from P-Tel. Like, I done defeated the odds. I got money. Like, we straight. And then they kind of talked me out of it. So then I played that 7th year, stayed for that 8th year in 17. But obviously that kind of like, I looked at it as my transition year. So in that 17 season when, you know, it was strictly TJ, strictly Bud, I'm trying to process for myself what retirement feel like if I'm not actually playing as much as I'm accustomed to playing. Because that was like the first time in my career where I really didn't play a ton. And then after that, man, once that season ended, I was ready to announce the retirement. Then I said I was going to wait till a training camp. But then the Cardinals called, the money situation, and they were just basically like, my wife, my agent, if you have any ounce of wanting to play, you need to go pull up on it. I had this much ounce. I went out there. I low-key was like, please tell me I'm not good enough while we doing this little 20-minute warm-up and just send me back home. It will be no hard feelings, I promise you. And they were like, nope, we love you. Come on in. I'm like, bro, I'm 10 pounds heavier. Like, I usually played in Pittsburgh at like 240, 242. I go out there, I'm like 255. I'm like, bro, y'all want this? And it's like, oh, man, look how you move. I'm like, you think this is moving?
You play
like
for the Steelers. They want
I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, I'm trash right now. You see how, look at my feet. And they're like, oh, no, man, you're killing this workout. Yeah, we want to sign you right now. Can't make this up, bro. So go through the whole process, and I'm miserable as heck out there at training camp. Can't stand it. And it was like the first time I've ever felt like that, where I'm just like,
that team sucked too, right?
yeah. But at the time we didn't. At the time it was exciting because it's like, all right, you got David Johnson come back from injury. You got Fitz. Okay, we just drafted Josh Rosen 10th overall. So it's like, you got Buzz. You got Sam Bradford, who in practice, Sam going to cook in practice because he's a professional. It's the game where it gets real weird for him. So it's like, you feel good. You like, oh, Chan over here, Pat P, like young Buddha. This before Buddha got paid. So it's like, yeah, we feel good. But I just couldn't stand it, bro. I'm just like, the atmosphere wasn't right. It didn't feel like Pittsburgh. It didn't feel like we was really like on it like that. So yeah, man, then I get hurt. And it was like the blessing in disguise. So once I got hurt, that's really when I knew like 100% that I was hanging it up. But I just had to do the whole logistical stuff of, you know, you got to wait to put certain things in play because of paperwork and all that other type of stuff. But that was really when I knew, like, it happened in year 7 when I got that like bug in me. And then after that, once I got hurt, I was like, oh yeah, I'm out. Like, we good to go. So long answer short, that's ultimately how and when I had decided.
It's a good story.
You know what I'm saying, man? I try to, you know, share what I can when I can. Yeah.
Sean McCartney, with the positive reports on Calvin Austin, how much will we see him this season, and will he be strictly slot or get reps outside?
Man, I think early on, more slot exclusive. Undersized right now, and you want to just see what that does that develop into. Speed is beautiful. Speed kills at this level. But as we've talked about numerous times, you have to be able to beat press, right? And that's something that we have to see him do consistently before you can try to put him on the outside, because on the outside, you're usually on the line of scrimmage, right? Especially if we're talking about playing that X, whereas that's Deontay, right? You're on the line of scrimmage. You typically have nobody that's going to help you get open. So that's the type of stuff. And you heard Pat P say, man, seeing a small receiver on the outside, he has to be fast. That's the key, because those guys typically can't play out there because of the size difference. And if you get your hands on them, now you can't even go jump ball with those dudes. So those are some of the concepts in terms of if he plays outside that he has to deal with. You might catch a guy early on playing off coverage. You might catch a guy, you know, late with his hands. But after it's on tape once or twice, people are going to play that differently. They're going to say, okay, you need to either jump it early or you need to have something over top of it just because of the speed. And if he doesn't develop an actual route tree off of that, then he's just, you know, a poor man's Mike Wallace or a poor man's Ted Ginn Jr. type, where it's literally just straight line. So that's the only thing that I can see holding him back from bumping outside. But I do think early on, you play him in the slot. And schematically,
he has good route running.
Yeah.
Everything we've seen in college, at least.
Yeah. And schematically, it's just a lot easier for him transitioning to the NFL with the routes, because it's like, yeah, you could run a route and get open in college, but the detail is just a lot more in depth when you're talking about running that out route at the NFL level because you're not going to have that much separation. So now when you talk about the timing of 3 steps, the timing of 5 steps, when you talk about it mattering, 4 steps, that's too soon. 6 steps, that's too late. College, you can get away with it. Pros, that's the difference between it being a pick, there's the difference between it being a PBU, there's the difference between it being a completion, or you catching it with separation and getting a chance to run. So those are going to be the little things that he got to get buttoned up. But I'm hoping for him, man, that he'll be able to get that sooner rather than later. It just sucks that he didn't get the full season last year.
Yeah.
So the reps that he would be getting to stay polished with all that think of like George Pickens, right? Pickens by the end of the season was way nicer than Pickens at the beginning of the season. He was already nice at the beginning, but you could just tell like he had been in some battles. He had seen some different DBs. He had been attacked different ways, and now he was just a lot more polished. Calvin just has to get through that. He hasn't got that part just yet. But once he does, man, I think, with that type of speed, if that can develop, yeah, 4.2 speed kills you, especially if it can do some of that. Absolutely.
Q is concerned that Canada doesn't know how to use Calvin Austin.
Oh, no. Everybody knows. Jet sweep. Jet sweep, man. Jet sweep.
That was everyone's reaction whenever they shut him down for the season. We didn't know he was injured and had to get a surgery just yet. Everyone was like, oh, it's just because Canada doesn't know how to incorporate him. Because there were some comments where it's like, oh, I think Canada said it himself.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to utilize Calvin Austin right now because he's not exactly up to speed on the playbook or something
like that.
Like,
just put him out there and have him run fast. I think we talked about that.
We definitely talked
about that.
We definitely did. I'm thinking with Austin, he's kind of become the forgotten man in this receiver room in a way. But with these reports from Pat P and just the speed that he has, can we get him on the field like 30% of the time, 40%? I feel like that's even a low number, but you just get him the ball, maybe give him the ball in space, and you never know what could happen.
I look at it like this. Early on, it won't be as frequently until he shows that it's worth it because of this. Every time you put the ball in Calvin's hands, whether he produces or doesn't produce, that's a target that could have went to George Pickens. That's a target that could have went to Pat Freiermuth. That's a target that could have went to Darnell Washington. It's a target that could have went to Deontay. It's a handoff that could have went to Naj, right?
So Allen Robinson too.
Exactly, and shout out. I ain't mean to forget him, but shout out to Allen Robinson as well. So that's 6 other options. So when we talking about making Calvin a little bit more of a focal point of the offense, he has to make sure that it's justifiable, that it means I can take the ball out of these guys' hands. Because if we seeing a whole bunch of Calvin Austin 3-yard outs, 5-yard slant, we like, all right, bro, that's cool, but man, can Pickens get a shot downfield? You know what I mean? Can we get Darnell something over here and let him get something active? What about Pat working the same? Like, that's, but if Calvin is taking that 3 and turning it into 10, different convo. No one.
Then I think it opens it up for everyone. And you want to get him out on the field.
Right, but he just has to show that he can do that, because if he does, it opens up everything. But that's when you talk about a guy that has that type of speed, when they can actually produce with it. That's why Tyreek Hill is so dangerous. Like, not only is he fast as heck, but he actually is productive as well. So it makes you really have to have antennas up and change how you play defense versus those type of dudes. If he can show that he can do that, though, it's a great situation for us, though. Absolutely.
He should have preseason to prove that.
Yeah.
Because we got to see, I can't remember with Claypool, how good was he in the preseason? I know Pickens was sick for us last year, so we knew it was like he's going to be our starter.
I low-key don't remember.
I can't remember with Claypool, but there was buzz coming out of training camp and stuff with him.
But the reason why with Claypool, we were also dealing with first year no AB.
That was COVID year too.
Yeah, that was all of that going on.
There was no preseason.
Yeah.
No wonder we didn't get to see him in preseason.
You're right. It was just OTAs, mini camp, and then season. Yeah.
So we just got to see him week 1. He had like a couple nice catches against the Giants. And then Philly. He had that breakaway one against the Broncos.
Yep.
In week 2. I think it was that 80-yard bomb. And then, he went off
Philly
against
was it the
Eagles.
4 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, but scored was it the reverse, the pass?
What happened to that Claypool? What happened to that guy?
What happened to that boy? Yeah.
Dude had like 10 touchdowns like 9 weeks into the season.
Bro, the convo was who's gonna be the better player, him or Justin Jefferson. We talked about it for a little bit. It flirted for a little bit, especially with them touchdowns for a little bit. And then it became really clear who was what and who was not what. And it was like, all right.
And he started falling backwards.
Hey, jeez.
Fish Momentum, 4th of July, 7 p.m., Mount Lebanon Park for Ambition.
Mm.
Just another reminder. Fish Momentum need another live show in town at Ayalos or Minios.
Oh, hey now. Aloes. Where's that at?
I don't know. I think it's a pizza spot.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever had it.
Yeah, about to say, no.
Let's go. UW says in hockey news, the Blue Jackets are hiring that abuser, Mike Babcock, as their next head coach because the NHL is an old boys club at the top.
Well, I don't have any information on that, but if that is the case, then yeah, I probably have a similar stance to you on that one, man. Like I said, I just don't know the details on it, so I can't one way or the other. I don't know. But if that is the case, yeah, I'm with you, man. Chill on the old abuse and stuff. Oof, yeah, we don't need that in our lives. Well, in nobody's lives, man.
828 style. What's up, guys? Yo, Moats. I was watching the 2014 or 15 game against the Zebra Cats and didn't realize how much you balled out that game, sacks and fumbles. He's got to be talking about the Bengals.
Got to be, right? Zebra Cats?
Yeah.
The stripes on them. Yeah. I did have some pretty, those are some of my really good games in Pittsburgh was against them, man. Shout out to the Zebra Cats. I've always called them Bengals. Yeah, in the Escaloos. I've ever.
Bengals.
Yeah, like instead of Bengals,
Yeah.
like Bengals. Yeah.
Ravens, Ratbirds.
Yeah. The Brownies are the Browns, aka Toilet Bowl. Yeah. But I like that. The
Zebra Cat.
Cats.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's clean. Low key, this how you could tell I'm hungry and I've researched. I was like zebra cakes and I instantly was like,
Those are good.
bro, I want a zebra
Those are
cake
good.
so bad. Definitely the research on me, bro. Because my eyes was like zebra cake. That's why even when I was reacting, I was like 2014, 15, what I do with a zebra cake then? And I was like, oh, he's talking about the Bengals. Yeah, zebra cats. Yeah, but salute you though, man. Salute you 828 style. Yeah, man. It's good times, man. Good times.
Tito Whitaker gifted a membership to Whistle Pig.
Shout out to Tito Whitaker for being a rock star at Life and Whistle Pig. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Tito Whitaker, Moats, I got my book. Here we go.
Let's go, man. Salute you, man. I am so happy that it finally arrived and that everything got taken care of. And once again, my apologies on the delay, man. You got to have some accountability. I'm going to put that on me. All right.
Alexander Watson, you guys are amazing, and I love watching you guys.
No. You're amazing, man. We appreciate you tuning in. Me and Deke like to hang out because we get to check out y'all. Y'all get to tap in with us, and it's like a little power every time we link up. That's what it felt like, low key.
Yeah, you guys make the show.
And Deke just put on fresh fits. Like I tell you, it's like a little fashion show. We're gonna start recording him from the parking lot. Get the camera on. Oh, this is what Deke's got on today, ladies and gentlemen. You see the shoes. Oh, he's really focused on his takes. Oh, man, he going to get us something fire today. That's how we're going to do it, man. Play some little music in the background. Yeah.
Phantom TV. My daughter had her heart surgery last week. Now she's 3 days away from being able to come home. It's been a long journey. Can't wait to bring her home.
Let's go. Shout out to you, Phantom TV, and shout out to your little lady, man. Love to hear that, man. We are glad for the update as well, man. Definitely when you told us about that. So, yeah, man, glad that everything is moving in the right direction on the up and up because I know you cannot wait to bring your little lady to that house, man. So that's going to be a blessing, man, when you do get that chance, man. So major love to you, baby. Major love.
You got 828 style.
Yeah.
Exactly how many 57 jerseys were left in the back, Moats?
Hey, gosh, yo. So, shout out to 828 Style. That means he just watched Locker Base. He watched one of the little clips we had. So, we talked about TG, right? He has this story that he was telling because we were just, talking about some funny memories while we played here. So, TG had a scenario where he used to switch jerseys with folks. Problem was, Coach T wasn't fond of him specifically switching jerseys with folks. So he makes a point of it to call him out in the big meeting room. And he's like, I got my L4 on kickoff trading jerseys with the L5 on the kickoff return team from this team. I do not care about you wanting to trade jerseys with a Will Clark that you know. Nobody cares about that. We do not make enough 57 jerseys for you to be giving them away. We don't have enough of your numbers in the back. You can't give this jersey away no more. And then he fined him after that. This in the big meeting room, bro. We are dying. We're like, bro, what? So yesterday when we record Locker Mates, I totally I forgot that even happened. And he's like, bro, man, I just got to tell you, it gets real in the NFL. Like, you don't just be trading your jersey. And as soon as he started talking, I'm just like, oh my God, I lost it. Because I literally remember that moment, like big meeting room, everybody in here, coaches, players, trainers, everybody. And he's like, we don't make enough 57 jerseys. We don't have enough of these in the back. Stop giving your jersey out. I don't want to hear you trading your L4 with his L4. Like, nah. And I want to say, because it was like AB was doing it every week and it was cool. But TG was like, yo, he's like, we don't make enough of these. And that was the whole point of like 8-4 could do certain things, but you not AB.
It's more we don't have any desire to make more of these.
Yeah, but he definitely
they can make as many as they want.
When my man said, we don't have enough of yours in the back. You can't keep giving these out, bro. Killed us all. Yeah. And he fined him. I was like, yo, how you talk greasy like that to him in the big boy room in front of everybody and then hit his pockets? Like, God dang. Yes.
That's hilarious.
Yes, bro. So that's what A2A style is referred to with the how many 57 jerseys are left in the back, man. So shout out to A2A style, man.
A2A style also says, I honestly think Canada is going to surprise everyone this year. He's just like a player. Every year he gets better. I trust Mike T. He has to see something.
No, I can respect that, man. And the one thing we can say is he has actually gotten better. That was the one thing. Now, we needed to continue to improve even more so, but we think about the criticism that we gave him year one. We think about the criticism of all of that the first half of the second season, right? But then we all agreed at the end of last season when we was that 7-2 down the stretch. Kenny Pickett playing how he played was a big part, but also we got a chance to see Matt Canada controlling this thing and calling actually good games and being aggressive when he needed to. But we said it took both of them dudes to get on the same page. So, yes, it has been improvement. So we have seen that. And with Coach T, man, trust me, Coach T looks at this no different than a star player. A star player might have a down year. All right, cool. Or actually, he's not a star player. We'll change the narrative. Say he was a rookie that came into the league. We'll talk about it this way because he actually didn't come with like high pedigree. He was young, had to prove himself. So say he was a rookie, but we felt good about this rookie, second round pick, right? Because obviously he wasn't Randy Fiechner, who we know 7 really, really wanted. So we say it was second round pick. All right, cool. So that first year, beginning of that, or that first year was beginning of that second year was kind of but then it hit at the end of that second year, and now we're coming into year 3, and now we're like, all right, well, what are you about to go into? Are you about to show us that what you did at the end of the season is you about to take that leap, or was that fool's goal and you gonna be what we seen the majority of these first 2 seasons? I think that's how Coach T is looking at Matt Canada right now, and Coach Canada is looking at himself that way because he knows it's a performance-based league. You can't stay here forever if you're not producing. If the offense is not scoring enough points, you can't keep using the same excuse of the quarterback didn't do this or this didn't happen or I had this happen. Nah, that goes out the window at this level. They will move on. So for Matt Canada, he knows that this is his make or break season. No more of that grading on a scale, none of that. Like, he has to make sure this offense keeps progressing the right way this season. Otherwise, he probably won't be in this position a year from now.
Yeah, I liked bringing Canada back.
Yeah.
We've said that many times.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I don't think, for us to have success this year, I don't think we have to do much different than what we did after the bye week.
I'm with you, man.
2022.
I'm with you.
But we do want to start seeing a higher ceiling to the
Mm-hmm.
offense. So, all right, we focus on running the ball. Najee Harris, we go through him. Start opening it up a little bit more for Kenny.
Yeah.
Have some more dynamic play calls, some shorter drives potentially, some explosive plays thrown in there. Like that's all we really need. But the crux of running the ball, don't turning the ball over, I still should be the standard for this offense.
Yeah. And
because we can win games with how good our defense is going to be.
Between how good the defense is and you look at what we did to our offensive line, we are built to be bullies. We're built to run the ball, beat you up. But now that explosive element that we've heard, I think it was Pickens that said that part, right? Trying to score just with less plays. Was it? I think it was him who said
that. Pickens did say that.
Pickens,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
it was Pickens.
He did.
Yeah.
They want to get better first down plays where they're maybe getting 7-8 yards as opposed to 3 or 4.
And then they could take shots on that waist down that second and short. Yeah, so that's the other part we're trying to add. Once we add that, that's the difference between us and when you talk Chiefs, when you talk Eagles, when you talk Niners, when you talk all these other teams that are able to run the ball consistently but have that explosive element to their game. You have to have that part. So if we can get that, that's the game changer. But that's also going to be heavily on Matt Canada and Kenny. These are big years for both of them, but for Matt Canada, it's more of a make or break in terms of a job year for him, whereas for Kenny, we just know based on contract, he's still good, even if he went out here and was just, regressed. Like, even though I don't see that happening, he would still be fine just because of where he was drafted at.
Next, let's go UW. After 32 years with the Steelers, head athletic trainer John Norwig has announced his retirement.
Shout out to Wig, man. Shout out to Wig, man. Dope dude, man. Did it for a long time, man. Obviously, had a chance to interact with Wig for multiple times since 2014. Dope dude, man. Love his personality. Always fun. Knows his stuff, too, though, man. And the relationship with trainers is always unique because you see them a lot, but you also see them when you pretty much are at your lowest moment. Whenever you have like a real injury, they're usually the first people that you got to talk to, first you got to see. And I just think of some of my encounters with him and some of the words that I've communicated with him when describing the pain that I might have been enduring at the time. I just love his tableside manner. We'll leave it at that because I don't think everybody would be as patient with me. Okay. But it was definitely some times where I'm like, bro, Wig, something. And maybe I'm even sending this towards you because I'm hurt, but you just here. So I got to project this energy somewhere. But he's one of them dudes, man, that doesn't take it personal, man. It was always going to have good energy, man, and just make it feel fun. That was the other part, man, because, like, rehabbing sucks. Whether it's the torn pec, torn stuff in my knees and stuff like that, man, like, you doing the rehab just sucks, man. But he's one of them dudes that like him, love him. He gonna make it fun. He gonna have something slick come, and he don't take no crap. That's the other part, Deke. You get some of these professionals. You talk grease to them, they just gonna smile and leave it alone. Nah, that Wig, that Wig gonna fire back at you. I likes Wig, man. Shout out to Wig, man. Yeah, man. So, man, salute him, man. 32 amazing years, man, with the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Nothing but love for this cat right here, man. So, yeah, enjoy retirement, man. Enjoy retirement, bro. Absolutely.
That is it for the super chat right now.
I like it. So I've actually been, keeping the OTA thing because we was kind of like flowing through it anywho. So now let's get to our second topic because we do have some national attention that we would like to talk about for a couple of our players, man. Pull up this here article. I be forgetting where I be having all this stuff at, man. But there was an article over, I believe this was at the end of last week by Bucky Brooks. Shout out to Bucky for NFL.com, where he was listing his offensive players and defensive players that he feels are going to, have have breakout seasons in 2023. So he calls this his 2023 NFL All Breakout Team. And starting with the offense, we actually do have guys that
getting some respect.
Abso-freaking-lutely, right? Abso-freaking-lutely, man. So for his quarterback on the all NFL breakout team, he has Kenny Pickett. Shout out to KP8. I'm going to list him off and then I'll come back and read what he said about him.
So this isn't necessarily second-year players. This is just young players.
Yeah, just young players. I think he has some dudes that were in like year 3 up there.
I see that.
Yeah, but that was pretty much the vibe with it. So Kenny Pickett made the list at quarterback. Ramondre Stevenson was the running back for the New England Patriots, but that's the running back he included. For wide receiver, he goes Kadarius Toney. Shout out to Kadarius Toney with the Kansas City Chiefs. He also goes George Pickens from Pittsburgh. Shout out. And then the third receiver he went with was Jerry Jeudy out of Denver. Sure.
That's a bad pick.
I was about to say, I do not like that one at all, bro. Like, y'all still on this hype.
I guess he's banking on Russ.
Y'all still on the hype, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it, man. Tight end. We'll talk about this. He went Isaiah Likely from the Baltimore Ravens. Then from there, offensive tackle, Walker Little from the Jags. He went with Ikem Ekwonu as the other offensive tackle on the list from the Carolina Panthers. At guard, Elijah Vera Tucker with the New York Jets. New Jersey Jets, y'all know them bums. At guard, the other guard, Tyler Smith from the Cowboys. And then Connor Williams was the center with the Miami Dolphins. So, in terms of what he said. And you got this put up or not?
I do, yeah.
Unless you want to read, yeah. Can you read that for us?
Sure.
Bet that.
For Kenny, he says, no wonder Ben Roethlisberger was worried about his Steelers legacy. Okay, truth be told, Pickett has a ways to go and at least 2 rings to win before threatening the standing of the future Hall of Famer. That said, the second-year quarterback has already shown glimpses of the clutch factor. See 4 game-winning drives and 3 fourth-quarter comebacks over 12 starts as a rookie, and poise needed to play at an elite level. With Pickett also displaying the accuracy, ball placement, and anticipation to shred defenses as a pinpoint passer, the youngster could quickly earn a seat at the crowded table of star quarterbacks in the AFC. Bucky Brooks
Shout out to Bucky, bro.
knows ball.
Shout out to Bucky.
At least for this article.
Shout out to Bucky.
He's had some bad takes in the past, but I like this one.
He's a mixed bag.
Like he's on the money with this paragraph. He really is.
No, like seriously, like I do like that. And that was
he's obviously watched Kenny Pickett
and
by saying
that was the part.
Displays the accuracy, ball placement, anticipation to shred defenses. If he just wanted to look at 7 touchdowns, 9 picks, you'd probably be writing a different article.
Thank you. That was the thing that stood out, and that was why I was like, let's talk about this one, because you could tell he actually watched it. And that's important, man, because some of these national dudes, as we said, man, they don't watch it like that. And we could tell, because when we cover it, how we cover it, when they make certain statements, you're like, bro, this is really off. But no, that is very accurate, man. I did like that assessment of him, man. And I thought it was pretty cool, though, because when we're talking breakout, I think that is a different dynamic, right? Because I'm sure somebody might say, well, what about Justin Herbert? What about Joe Burrow? It's like, these dudes are already on the scene, though. When we're talking about breaking out, it's like, man, I think of these younger quarterbacks, like Kyle Trask, for example, him competing against Baker Mayfield. If he were to come on the scene, that would be a breakout because nobody was expecting it. But with Kenny, I do like that, man. It's showing, number one, that he's watched this thing, but he also can see what Kenny does well and not just trying to, pull up something to get a click. It's like, nah, this dude does have really good accuracy. And that was also on his college tape. That was one of the things that when we talk about him being pro ready, the anticipation when he was getting that ball out, that was one of the things that made him so intriguing coming out of school. And now we did get a chance to really see that grow, especially in the second half of the season. So I like that a lot, man. Definitely do. And then what did he say about, man, George Pickens, a.k.a. GP? Are you with me?
And just the fact, too, I think he went the last 3 draft class.
Yeah.
Because Jerry Jeudy was the 2020 draft.
Seriously, yeah.
So Pickett, out of all those quarterbacks, maybe he could have picked over the last 3. From 2022, 2021, 2020. I think Bucky really believes in this. I do. Because you're right. You're not going to say Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
But there are some guys. Like you could probably have made a case for Brock Purdy, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like if you want to roll with
Trey
what
Lance,
he did during that little bit.
Mac Jones, Justin Fields. Like you could have thrown those guys in there because they're still young enough.
And Mac has a Pro Bowl under his belt. We've talked about it, but he does. But I'm with you, man. I'm like, I do.
Jordan Love, he could have said.
This. Yeah, because he's definitely one of those guys.
Although maybe some people would say his breakout was last year, but anyone that watched those games knows that he's just not that good. I'm sorry. I'm taking Pickett over Tua all day, any day of the week. But with Pickens, he says that's probably why he has Ramondre Stevenson, though, as I'm scrolling here. Like, he hasn't had
the big...
Or no. Well, I guess he did have 1,000 yards last year. But, yeah, he's been running mates kind of with Damian Harris. Now it's going to be his backfield
He's the guy.
Time.
Because Damian went to the World Winners. You know how that go.
I don't know about that.
Man, you know what time it is. If you can't beat him, join him.
For Pickens, they say the second-round pick burst onto the scene in 2022, piling up 51 catches for 801 yards and 4 touchdowns. Moreover, the 6'3", 200-pounder displayed outstanding hand-eye coordination with a series of jaw-dropping acrobatic catches that piqued the interest of the football world.
Nice.
With more playing time and expanded role on the horizon, Pickett could enter the conversation as a... Well, so hold on.
You saw it, right? You saw what it said? Yeah, you saw what it said?
It's a typo, or maybe it's not.
No, it's not. You saw exactly what it said.
It says Pickett could enter the conversation as a top 10 receiver by the end of 2023.
Yeah, he definitely means Pickens, though, right?
Where was the typo though? Was it Pickett? When he was supposed to say Pickens,
or Pickens
instead of receiver was supposed to say quarterback?
Oh Lord, here you go, man.
Either way, I'm good with it. Either way, if he meant Pickens as a top 10 receiver, or if he means Pickett as a top 10 quarterback, I'm fine with it.
I'm sure you was gonna spit it to the Pickett. I was like, how you get that out of that, man?
I could see Pickens being top 10 too. I really could.
Respect.
I might even have him there before the season.
Oh, we know you will.
If I'm giving projections, like you got to be projecting for 2023.
Trust me, if you're projecting, he's your number 1 quarterback. I got you.
You gotta be looking forward. You gotta be looking forward.
Optimism at an all-time high, ladies
the
and gentlemen.
Pickett to Pickens connection will have terrible towels waving for years to come.
Big facts. So do we approve of what Bucky was talking about with GP?
Yeah, those are two good picks for breakout candidates, I'd say, for quarterback and receiver.
No, I like that a lot, man. I do feel with Pickens specifically, he's just scratching the surface, man. And we said the more opportunities, the more targets he gets, the better he will perform. Now, I did want to get a chance to talk about the tight end because they went Isaiah Likely, and we obviously know we got a guy too. So I wanted to talk about that.
Has Moose done too good to be considered a breakout candidate?
That's what I wanted to figure out.
I'd have to think so. Because last year, I think he was like a top 6 or 7 tight end based off statistics.
Yeah. But do we feel like that's the perception of him league-wide, or is he still kind of an underrated guy? Because I think league-wide, he's still underrated. Like, yo, we know Move, but I don't think league-wide they view Move like how we view Move.
I think they view him top 10.
You think so?
Yeah, I really
think they do. I think they respect him.
He's gotten Madden ratings, I think, in the low to mid 80s.
Okay.
So, like, I think where he stands there, that's in, like, the top 10 range.
Okay.
He's still underrated, though.
That's what I'm saying.
It's still underrated, but I don't know if it's enough
like,
to consider him a breakout because I think he's already hit a level of, like, oh, he's good.
Because, like, to me, I look at it like this, right? And this is just by the nature of the position and the popularity. If I said, Deke, name the top 10 wide receivers, you can name 20 wide receivers with no issue. If I say, Deke, name the top 10 tight ends, you're going to give me about 5, and now we're going to be fighting, right? Like, all right, man, I think this is good. All right, I can bring this dude up. You know what I mean? And that's the part when I think of, like, Moof. I'm like, if he's not viewed as top 5, I view that as him being underrated. Because I think that he should, or at least be flirting in that class, just based on what we've seen from him and based on some of the other guys we've seen around the league and how they're viewed. So that was my whole thing with it. But I'm like, I don't know. Is he already broken onto the scene? Like, maybe that's just my perception of it.
Well, he does have Ramondre Stevenson in here.
And he has a band, though, on the ground in terms of 1,000 yards rushing.
But then you look at Tony. He hasn't done much.
But
Pickens is only coming off of 1 year. Judy, he hasn't done much. So, yeah, maybe he has the players at a certain standard for this breakout list, and Muth has already passed it. But again, if you have Stevenson on it, that kind of makes it a flaw.
But I like Isaiah Likely because Isaiah Likely, when we talk about him, we saw him come on the scene in Baltimore last year, and they're very optimistic about him. I mean, especially when you think about what they've added to that offense, and he's going to be the second tight end option. He gets all of the mismatches. And we saw even last year that he was able to take advantage and capitalize on some of them things. So I get, if he were going to put him up there, why that route? But I'm just like, I don't know. Do I view Moof as already broken out?
No. Well, his ceiling is still so much higher, but he's already good.
He's definitely already good.
He's already really good.
Yeah. All right, so what we got on defense, man? Who are the names that that Mr. Bucky Brooks has?
I don't think there's any Steelers, but he's got Gregory Rousseau.
Okay, shout out the group.
As one of his edge guys. George Karlaftis as one of his edge guys. Devontae Wyatt, defensive tackle for the Packers. If you guys don't know, Karlaftis is an edge for the Chiefs, and Rousseau is an edge for the Bills.
Who you say? Wait,
I said what I said.
Oh, all right, go group. That's group right there.
Derek
man.
Brown.
He just got some help, too. I don't know if you saw that, man. We just got another pass rush up there, bro.
Washed.
Golly, that's crazy. That is crazy. I love it.
Derek Brown, defensive tackle from Carolina Panthers.
He's not already on the scene? Am I tripping? Don't he got a double digit?
Good.
He has a double digit already. Does he have a 10-piece? I could have sworn he had a 10-piece already, a 10-sack season, right?
You might be talking about someone else.
No.
You might be talking about their edge.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
This guy's defensive tackle.
Yeah. I'm thinking about...
but this defensive tackle is good. I remember watching some of those
there.
Panthers games. Yeah,
him and Burns are down there. Yeah.
He is. He's a good young player.
Yeah.
N'Kobe Dean, they got at linebacker from the Eagles. I can see that.
Because they said he's going to get them opportunities this year. Yeah.
Caden Ellis, linebacker Falcons. Yeah, this dude's 27. This guy's just picking anyone.
No, but I read about him.
He was a special teams guy.
Yeah, and he just broke on the scene last year. I think he pass rusher. I think they said
this was one of the Falcons' pickups.
Yeah, he
them spending all this money.
Yeah, he did double-digit sacks last year, and that was his first time. So now this is his opportunity. Low key, you know how when Trey Hendrickson left the Saints and went to Cincy, and that was like his first chance to be the guy. they're going to look at this kind of similar. Like, can you actually come here and be the full-time guy, not just a dude that came in and kind of, like, surprised everybody with 1 year of that type of production?
For corners, they have Stingley.
Okay. Little Houston, yeah.
J.C. Horn from the Panthers, and then...
Because we don't have young corner right now. That'll be more so after next season.
Right.
We'll see what they're saying with JPJ, Corey Trice and company.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really anyone in the secondary. You could say Breakout.
Casey has already been on the scene. He's led the league in picks. He's got a Pro Bowl under his belt. We know who Mink is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really have any candidates for it.
And linebacker, I don't see. Nah.
Unless he wanted to predict Levi Wallace going off.
But Levi, this is like year 5 or 6 for Levi?
Yeah.
Yeah, we passed the breakout.
My point is they brought up that Caden Ellis dude. He's 27.
Fair enough.
But you have to have a prediction that Levi Wallace is going to be a Pro Bowl player.
He's a special teamer's 27, though. I think that, like, it aged differently.
Okay.
Yeah, he was special teams until last year was his, like, first, like, real year. Yeah.
Fair. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think if you're really projecting Levi Wallace to be, like, a Pro Bowl or All-Pro, you could have had him made the list. Yeah. But I don't think anyone's really projecting that.
I think he'd just be good.
He's going to be our solid CB,
he's
too.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I said Stingley, J.C. Horn for the Panthers, and then the last corner has Diamador Lenore.
Niners, right?
Yeah, Niners cornerback. Mm-hmm. I guess he's just going to step in because they lost Mosley. Grant Delpit at safety for the Browns, and then Cisco at safety for the Jaguars.
I like the Grant Delpit, bro. I'm a fan of him, bro. I know he got hurt the first year, man, but I like what I saw.
Yeah, no Steelers here.
Yeah. But defensively, that does kind of make sense for us, though. Highsmith, I feel like if this was a year ago, you can make a case for it. But Highsmith now, he's on the scene. Like, you know who he is. Ogunjobi on the scene.
Yeah, the guys you think are going to break out on defense are rookies.
Yeah.
Benton, Porter.
Or we're trying to see what Leal might
Trice.
do. Yeah, but that's still kind of premature.
He hasn't shown enough to probably make the article.
Yeah, because this is like, we're talking national, and that's the part where it's bigger than just Pittsburgh. And that's the part that I do like when you can't get a chance to see our guys, whether, Kenny and George, obviously on the offensive side. When we're talking nationally, that's a bigger pull than us just how we feel about the Steelers or how we might feel in the division. So, I do like that.
Mark Robinson would have been a nice pick, but I feel like he needs the opportunity to make an article like this. That's why he put in Kobe Dean and the dude from Atlanta, because he knows they're going to get the snaps.
Yes.
We don't know Robinson's getting those snaps just yet.
100% I agree. Because I thought that too with Robinson. I was like, if we
didn't sign a Landon Roberts,
or say there were reports that Mark is the starter, Mark is going to be the starter, or if they came out and was like saying or indicating it, I think it's different. When the Kobe Dean, that's like been communicated. That was like the foregone conclusion. Sorry them. So, salute it though, man. Salute it. So I do like it though, man.
Yeah, it's good seeing some respect to Pickett.
Man.
I mean, Pickens is probably on most people's list.
I would agree.
He would be on most people's list for a breakout receiver.
Yeah, but with Pickett, I don't want to say it's like 50-50, but
there's a lot of disrespect.
There is some disrespect. It's a good amount. I still say 70-30 though. Because I feel like his approval rating right now has gotten a lot better as the offseason has endured longer. But we've called them people out in terms of now y'all late to the party joining it. But we have seen more of that as the offseason has got more into it. Getting away from just reading stats and actually might cut on a clip here or
there. I think it's more 50-50 national media. If anything, maybe 40-60, perhaps 30-70.
See, I don't think it's like. I think it's still.
Some clown had Pickett ranked 28 on his QB
that's
list.
An outlier though. You can't bring up and you say some, like you bring up a one-off and say that's the majority.
I do think that's the majority.
No, that's the 30%. You just focus on the negative. Think about it.
There's a lot of disrespect.
It's a lot of positivity as well though. We've talked about some of.
There's some of it. I don't see enough of it. I'd say 70-30 for Steeler Nation. Positive towards Pickett.
Oh, good.
There's some people though, like Noriega. Like our Barley.
They're just not optimistic. But I don't think not being optimistic is a negative. I think that they're taking more of the prove it. And we said you can either believe it's going to happen beforehand or you're waiting and seeing and then it happens, then you're on board. But I don't think neither one of them are per se negative. Whereas if you're just like, yo, you need to cut him, he trash, I think that's negative. Noriega has changed from that. We've heard that. We've seen a different tone from him too. We have seen that.
It was after that Ben interview.
Yeah, it just took a little transparency.
You want me to hit these supers?
Yeah, man. Let's tap in. Hey, man, we are moving perfectly to a 520, man. Salute you, baby. Salute us. Yeah. Quick little update. We do got to get off at 6. Yeah, I got to go out here and hang with my ratchet friends for a little while tonight. All right. Gonna check out this little Deadhead concert, baby. Little Grateful Dead, Deke. Deke has inspired me. Deke said if you wear shirts of rock bands or you wear shirts, you need to tune into their music.
Oh yeah,
And not only
you
do
need
I
to
tune
declare
in,
5 songs by
not
them
only
right
do
now.
I tune in, but I'm pulling up. Okay, so there is a chance if y'all
I think
see.
you need to say 5 songs though
I, I would give you one song that I choose to give you. Okay, and that's was it Friends of the Devil, or I think it's Friends of the Devil. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, or Devil is my friend. Whatever one. It's that type of word because I always confuse that with Sympathy of the Devil, like in terms of the titling of it. But yeah, so that's what I'll go with. Okay.
4 more.
All right, you got was it Trucker? You have was it Ripple? I think I said that right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I got a couple in here, man. I got a couple in here. I ain't giving you no much though, man. All right.
No more?
I just gave you right there. That's enough on the spot, bro.
I need 2 more.
I gave you 3 right here on the spot off the dribble. Like, come on, man. Off the dribble. You seen that? That was cold off the bench. I ain't even warm up. It was just like, yo, all right, cash. I got you.
Fine, I'll be a little lenient because you're going to the concert.
You know what I'm saying?
Fine.
That's 3. And I'm making an appearance. 3 plus an appearance, and I own 3 Grateful Dead shirts, bro.
Yeah, but then you got to name 7 on Wednesday. Next time I see you.
Big facts. I
you
got
to name 7 songs.
Well, these 3 carry over, so I'm gonna give you 4. All right.
Steeler Nation on fire says the Steelers signed running back Darius Higgins and offensive lineman Jared Williams on Monday.
No, salute. I did see that. I have not had a chance to like chop tape on them just yet, but once I do, I will come back and talk about them a little bit more. So probably Wednesday, I'll talk about them. Did not get a chance to. I just want to give you the heads up on that, but I did see that though.
Tyler LaQuatra, Calvin Austin has this crazy aura about him, future star. Yeah. Hearing all of these players and coaches talk about him is so cool. He will be must-see TV.
Man, I'm hoping so, because the thing is this, man. During this time of year, when we talk about football in shorts, it is perfect for Calvin Austin types. That speed, dynamic, that athleticism, man, you are untouchable during this time of year. So I love that. I just wanted to continue on when we get him in them pads, man. And then when we finally can see him in a preseason stadium, see it show up there as well, because this is all going to be foreign territory for him. Like OTAs in, was it 2 weeks of, because he got hurt the second week of training camp. Mm-hmm. So outside of that, everything else is going to be new for him in terms of how he prepares for a game, in terms of how he performs in the game, all of that type of stuff. Him adjusting to the real speed of NFL football and not practice. Those are some of the things we're going to have to see from him. I still feel really good about it just based on some of these reports. I'm actually going to be down at the practice tomorrow, so I get a chance to see something else there. And then obviously get out some reports when we get back in here on Wednesday. But, yeah, man, I do feel like, you know, we should be feeling good about him, man. But just, you know, caution. A little caution on it, that's all.
Nathaniel Carter has joined the Upper Room.
Shout out to Nathaniel Carter, and welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Touch of Grey. That's the one I was thinking of. Oh, my gosh. Shout out. Yeah, that was another one.
Very Grateful Dead.
Yes, that's 4. Yes, I just saw Sway put it in the chat. And I was like, that was when I literally was mopping earlier, and I could not remember the name of it. Yes, but now I have 4, so I only owe you 3 on Wednesday, all right? So I get you 3 with an OTA report. That sound like a dub, bro. That sound pretty copacetic right there. And making an appearance, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I feel like across the board we good, man.
Ooh, Phantom TV just decided to drop his top 10 receivers in the league.
Oh, okay. Talk greasy then. What you got, man?
1, Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
2, Devontae Adams.
Okay.
3, Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
4, Deebo Samuel.
Okay.
5, A.J. Brown.
Fair.
6, Jamar Chase.
Ooh.
7, Cooper Kupp.
Respect.
8, Stephon Diggs.
Come on.
9, C.D. Lamb.
Facts.
10, Pickens.
Okay.
You got to get C.D. Lamb off this list.
Okay. I don't hate the list. I don't hate it. Me personally, I'm flipping Chase and Deebo. I'm putting Jamar Chase at 4. I like Deebo at 6. I think AJ at 5. I love that, though. Love AJ at 5. He just, man, that's the brolic. That's Batman out there running around. He too brolic, bro. I love his game, though, man. He's just a bully out there. Cup coming off the down year, obviously, injuries and stuff like that with the quarterbacks and everything going on over there. Diggs, down season. sort of, kind of, not really, but in terms of what he's ascended to down years, I like that. I can see that. I ain't tripping on Pickens at 10 either, man.
Get CD off the list.
I would take CD off and put T. Higgins, though. I think Higgins deserves to be in that convo a little bit more. If we're going to put George Pickens up there, I think T. Higgins is just a little bit further along. So that will probably be a critique, but he do play for the Cincy's, so, they bums anyways. So if you didn't include him because of that, I can 100% understand that. Yeah.
Let's go, UW.
Yeah.
Says there's a near 0% chance that the Pouncey brothers play for AB.
Bro, did you see that?
I did.
You think it's near 0? Because Pouncey done doubled down on it, bro.
Yeah, I don't think Pouncey just says stuff and doesn't do it.
I agree. The
Pouncey
I know is definitely a man of his word, bro. Like, when I saw him,
he'd do it for one game.
He first put if you sign Mike, I'm down. Then he came back and said, you sign Mike and Jordan and me. That's what he said. He's all three of us. Make it a family affair, bro.
Who's Jordan?
It's a third Pouncey brother. I had no clue until he tweeted it out. He was like, Pouncey put up there, sign Mike.
How far did he go in football?
Me. He's in, I'm assuming, college. Because he was like, Jordan, he was like, and also signed Jordan Pouncey. And then all three of us would come up there and get the Pouncey guys. I was like, all right. I was with you, though. I had never have actually went back to who Jordan Pouncey, like where he played and any of that. But it was more so like a big Pouncey fan to play, and he's trying to get his brother out there to play. All right, well, let's see what's happening. Does AB form a super team, a Steelers super team of all, like, because TG is on this thing of L. Bell need to go up there, Martavis need to go up there. It was like if Pouncey going up there, you see what I'm saying? Like he's on that route. He called it for Mike Adams. Mike Adams doing the yoga and stuff now. He's like, he could go up there and play.
AB is going to lose the locker room here because he's going to have all these guys play for one game.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up.
Yeah. And get paid more than any of them other dudes in the locker room as well. Think he offered Cam 150 to play one game. You think anybody on an Arena League team is getting paid 154 a game? Absolutely not. Not for one game.
Imagine if one of these NFL teams was run this way.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's insanity.
Yeah. Temperate.
Meanwhile, AB, didn't he just say a month ago, like, I see the owner's perspective now. It really is all about team and coming together. I wish I would have known this.
This is definitely how you don't do that, man. You imagine that, Deke, you employed by AB, and AB's like, hey, friend, I want to pay you 3 times what Deke make just so you can come in for one game. And then after that, Deke, I need you to get back out here because I got to run this team the way I run it, all right? And you're not getting paid nowhere near what Cam getting paid. It's
and you might not get paid, actually.
Low key. You might have to fight for this money. All right. You might have to go to social media and them, I'm going to have to pull a video up to save face, but, that's what's going on, bro. Yeah, I actually didn't think of that angle. You're right, though, bro. I didn't think of that angle, man. The team itself,
it's very much funny from afar. It's very entertaining. Like, all right, who's AB actually going to get on this team for one game? Right. Who's he going to be able to pull off?
But imagine if this is your livelihood. Because, like, guys that play Arena, like, they play it full. Like, that's how they provide for their family. No different than XFL, no different than USFL, no different than NFL. It's just the conversation that the NFL is just a lot larger. But them dudes are still in the same boat. And that's why, as athletes, we empathize with them. Because it's like, man, we know the difference between you being there versus here. It could have been, little thing, one off, boom, boom. You didn't make the play when you needed to here or there. And now you're in this situation. So, yeah, man, if you played it like, yo, I'm really trying to get back or I'm trying to get on or whatever, and your owner is doing all of this, you like, I love the attention is brought to the team.
Yeah, but most popular Arena League team. No one can deny it.
Yeah, undefeated in terms of popularity. I couldn't name another one right now. But it's just like, man, yeah, for the actual players, dang, it's not probably the best situation right now.
You think Pouncey could even do it? Right? I mean, he lost so much weight.
Well, the thing is this. So
he's like skinny.
Yeah, he's like 200 pounds, 210 pounds, or something like that. The way I look at it is like this. If you're playing in this, you're not playing your regular position. You playing, it's like an all-star game. Yeah, you all-star game. You receiver, you tight end, you play safety, you know what I mean? Like, you do that type of stuff. I just don't see anybody.
That's a huge shot to the team then. Guys that actually specify at receiver, hey, you're out for Pouncey.
I am with you even. And I'm going to pay him way more. Well, he said he would do it for free. That was the other part. Pouncey said he would do it for free.
So now it's TG's move. I
Yeah.
mean, if TG's asking for 150, Pouncey's saying free.
TG said that
TG's got to come off that number.
TG said if Pouncey and them boys show up, he's like, yo, I'm pulling up. And he said, Moats, you need to pull up too. I said, that's
free.
not happening. I will not for
free.
free. Absolutely
Did
not.
TG say for free?
He says for free for me. And I'm like, as you know, that's not happening. TG said you got to negotiate the number for him. Last time I touched the field, I had a certain dollar amount that was associated with it. Forgive me, but I'm not coming off of that number, okay? That's just where I'm at with it. And that's just to start it out. Before we even get to like, yeah, because now you got to give me extra to get me up out of this, wanting me out the house. Because I'm way too, like, I'm hermited up in here now. It's the full set. I won't have to leave. So for you to get me to go, like, it's going to take even more. And I don't trust you. You my guy on the field, but I don't trust you. I don't trust you right now. So because I don't trust you, I think it's going to be a conflict, man. So, yeah, I don't see it happening, man. But I was telling him, I was like, man, dudes get out there and start playing. It's all fun and games. And y'all start talking about, oh, yeah, I'm going to get out there for one game. And it's like, man, a lot can happen in one game. A lot can happen in one play. Y'all are not playing on grass. You playing on carpet. Just remember that. It's a difference, man.
We said we were going to tag TG, right?
Yeah.
Did we say this? We're going to tag TG with AB and tell him like TG wants to play. I mean, maybe we could do that with you. Just have a split picture of you and TG, Steeler unis. AB, remember you used to play with these guys.
No, I'm watching.
Would you sign him to the Albany Empire?
Listen. You don't have to remind TG and AB. Literally, TG he hit me up and was like, he's on FaceTime with AB. All that. They chopping it up. I'm like, all right, bro, you keep playing. You really going to be up there. Just know that. Don't include me, but you really going to be up there, bro. He pulled up with the, yo, bro, you see him? I'm like, yep, I'm with you. All right. Just know, though. Yeah. Just know that's where you going. All right. Once you sign up, all right. I don't want no parts of that. I am at the stage where I don't want to risk any type of physical punishment in any capacity, whether that's me giving it or me potentially receiving it. Okay? I don't want to deal with that, man. And I was asking, I was like, yo, when the last time any of y'all really hit the ground? Running full speed. Pouncey hit the ground going full speed. TG hit the ground going full speed. I'm like, bro, the last time you hit the ground going full speed, 3-4 years ago, man. All right. Just remember that. It gets real, bro. You can't just, we go fake football. No. You don't get the fake football. When you go out there, you're playing football. And because you're a name, and like you talked about, Deke, them other dudes over here, like, y'all getting all this buzz and y'all ain't even playing at y'all regular positions. All right, I'm about to catch me one of y'all. I'm good.
What's your percentage chance then? Let's go UW has it at 0 or near 0.
I say for Pouncey, I'm going to give him a 25% chance.
Yeah, I was going to say like 10.
25 because of how loyal he is. Like, when I tell you Pouncey is one of the loyalest dudes I have ever been around, bro, like, you will never hear me say anything bad about Pouncey, bro. Always got love for this dude. Like, one of the most loyal. So if he says he would do it for free, I don't disagree. Like, he really would, because that's Pouncey, bro. That's Pouncey. But I'm just like, man, you got to think this thing through, bro. Think it through. Please don't. Pouncey, I don't need to see you out there, man. Recovering from an Achilles, recovering from a hammy at this age, after you done chilled. Pouncey, you done a great job of changing that body. You know what I'm saying? You didn't got lean and mean on us. You don't want to be having a rehab, man. All right? You don't want to be doing no rehab. That's all I'm saying.
Michael Williams.
No. Pittsburgh's Rich Eisen. Yes, I have got soft. You're absolutely right. I am soft. I am washed. I am old. I am retired with a capital R. Okay? Yes, I am all those things. And the Matthew 415, it would be fun until the next day when it's not fun anymore because I'm sore. And then after that, now the NFL's calling me and they're like, hey, Mr. Moats, I thought you were banged up and injured, man. What's going on? How you was out there running around hitting folk, flexing on them and telling people to, never mind. You know, just sometimes when you play, the words be coming out, so we can't risk that, all right? And it would compromise the podcast, Deke, and we can't compromise the podcast, all right? So we got to stay, it's not for me. It's for you guys, all right? I will sacrifice playing for AB's Albany Empire for y'all. That's the least I could do, bro, all right? Least I could do.
Michael Williams, there's a lot of hype that comes from OTAs, but from a player's perspective, how much stock do you put into the OTA hype?
Honestly, we don't put any stock into it like that. Media fan-wise is a big deal because this is new content. This is the first time you're hearing about new players, the first time you're hearing about free agents, and it's your first time getting a chance to see them. So everything is a wow. the beat reporter that stands on the sideline, he's watching this receiver run his route, catch this pass right here, right? As a football player, we know that was tagged as soon as it happened. The media, they don't see that. They see him finishing the run, and that's, part of what they create in terms of their buzz. Oh, my God, you see that? Man, he broke a crazy yard run today. It's like, no, it was a 2-yard tackle. He just finished the run, but y'all going to say he broke a 40-yarder. Y'all say he broke something off. Like, nah, that ain't how it goes. But as players, that's the stuff that we see. So we don't really get enamored with some of those reports that come out because we're seeing the real development. And it's also a different mindset in OTAs because you're not in pads. So everything that we see, we respect it, but it's like you still got to prove that. You know that, right? You still got to come. We're going to see about that in August. Like, you fast right now. I want to see what that looks like when you put that helmet and the pads on. Because now that speed has to account for this power. And how do you offset that? Those are some of the things that you think of when you're in OTAs. You're like, all right, this is athlete ball. This is for the shirts and shorts guys. Cool. But when we get over there to training camp in Latrobe, now we're going to put them black forces on. We're going to put these ski masks and we're going to see who really want to do that. And that's where we take a lot more stock into some of those reports because, man, there's been times OTAs, no exaggeration. You see cats out there, you're like, bro, he should be a all-pro. He should be a first ballot Hall of Famer today. Whether it's a pass rusher, whether it's a running back, whether it's a receiver, you're like, bro, this guy looks insane. And you put the pads on and all of it disappears. He ain't as fast as more. He don't want to jump up anymore. He won't go across that middle. He's scared to get hit. He's scared to hit. The pass rush move ain't as fly as it was when he was in shirts and shorts. Like, that's, how it goes. So, yeah, as players, we really don't put a ton of stock in the OTA vibe because we like, man, you got to show us when you put them pads on because it's just a different element that comes when them pads put on, man. Like, a lot of dudes, man, that heart beat a little bit faster when them pads come on. The dudes running full speed trying to kill you. Even in a practice setting, like, we're not gonna kill you, but we gonna get after you. Like, that's, yeah, especially here in Pittsburgh. Like, you gonna know. We're gonna see if it's sleepy or not. Like, that's a part of it. Some people don't like that. And when you put the pads on, that kind of disappears. OTAs, you can fly under the radar. You can get away with that because it's not that physical part. But that's ultimately how we kind of look at it, though.
Michael Williams then responds to that, says, "That's what I thought. Appreciate it, bro."
Yep. All love, man. All love, baby. But it's like that sometimes, man. Some of the times you will hear some positive reports and the guys do actually produce and it does come to fruition. We've seen that happen as well. But there is the other dynamic like we talk about, and it's usually the other way. It's usually, like you said, man, you hear about these guys having crazy OTAs and you get to camp and it's like, well, where was all that at? Oh, now he's hurt. Oh, his shoulder hurt. Oh, he got a little thigh. Like, nah, he's just been getting hit and he don't want to get hit no more. And that's when you start seeing them dudes. You're like, oh, okay. All right. I like it, man. You was fast in OTAs, bro. Hey, your pass rush was fire OTAs, bro. You had the best pass set, bro. You would have thought this left tackle could block everybody in the NFL the way he was pass blocking in OTAs. And we said in OTAs, bro, we ain't got no pads on. Chill out. Because when we put these pads on, it's different. And then you get to training camp and it's like, oh, Mr. Tough Guy ain't tough no more. Oh, Mr. Tough Guy can fold it up now. Like, that's a lot of times, bro. Yeah.
Let's go. UW says Harrison would probably kill someone on the field.
Yeah. Debo's a killer. This is another Harrison we talking about. I was like, yeah, Debo. Yeah.
Oh, he has to be.
Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah. You don't play with Debo? No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, there's a few hits. You go through his catalog that you'd say, oh, shit. Like.
Mm-hmm. But that's the type of stuff that's different. You don't have to worry about that coming across the middle on a drag in OTAs. Now, he ain't gonna hit you like that in training camp practice. No, we ain't hitting you like that because that's like like you the opposition, like we trying to get after you. And it was also a different time of year when Debo was hitting folks like that. But you will still get hit. Like, don't get it twisted. You will get fired on at practice. And you be like, bro, I thought I was your man. He's like, it is. I took it easy on you, kind of. You know what I mean? But that's real, though, man. That is real.
That's it for the Supers right now.
I like it. Yo, let me find out, Deke. We're actually going to get a chance to get this last little topic in. And then we're going to roll out.
Let's hear it.
Let me find out. Because I did get a chance to tap back into that USFL, man. All right. The Cats was out there balling again. And every once in a while, I try to make sure I tap in, right? Because especially with the way the XFL played out and literally seeing how many of those guys got signed and continue to get signed as well. That's the other part. I had to shift it to the USFL to just see, like, will that continue to happen? Will those dudes continue to get opportunities? And I will say, man, initial reaction once again, I love what they're doing. I think when you talk about the coaching that's there, it's a great opportunity for them because a lot of these dudes are NFL guys. Some of them have already had opportunities. Some are trying to get bigger opportunities. So when you watch them in expanded roles like C. Lake, for example, Carnell Lake used to coach here. He was just our DB's coach. He's the defensive coordinator now. And watching him in clutch situations and seeing what's his identity. Oh, see, like you a Tampa 2 guy and you a cover 3 guy. Okay, you like to sprinkle in some 1, but you really sit in these 2s. That's your vibe. Okay. Whereas when we talked about, him when he was here, that was more fire zone. We blitz and we aggressive. So it was just like, all right, that's your approach. But it was cool to see that. Todd Haley. We know he's been a head coach in this league before, but it's been a minute since we've seen him in that role again. Seeing him having to... I'm listening to Todd Haley get his special teams unit hype. I say, Lord, I forgot you actually knew about special teams because you missed the offense. You know what I mean? But it was just cool to see some of that dynamic as well. And then when I look at some of these players, I'm like, there's gonna be some dudes getting signed, man. Like just this element of watching them play legit football versus other NFL guys or NFL caliber guys. It does hit a little different. And it was funny because I was thinking about what TG said when we were joking about L. Bell coming back. And he was like, nah, man, you go get one of them XFL dudes or one of them USFL guys. And watching them play, you're like, yeah. Like, before I would call L. Bell right now, take one of these healthy cats that's running his rock hard, trying to, get his life, you know what I mean? Trying to get on. And it's like you could see that element of it. So I did like that, man. But as a whole, man, that shout out to the Memphis team, man. The Memphis Showboats, aka Little Pittsburgh, because they got all our former coaches down there, or a lot of them. We said Todd Haley, Carnell Lake, John Saxton. I like the vibe. I definitely like the vibe. But I just thought, man, as a whole, man, they're continuing to put out a good product, man. And at least for the game that I was watching with Haley and them, they actually getting hot too. This is their 5th one in a row, bro. They started out bad. It was like 0-3. But they getting hot, man. They getting hot.
So you're saying there's a chance for a Haley comeback?
Low key, I was like...
I'm talking more the league, but Steeler fans are low-key thinking if Canada botches this up this season...
You know I had that thought process, bro.
Do you bring in Haley? What do you think Tomlin's relationship was like with him? No. Would he be open to bringing him back?
I think they would be open. I think the big thing would just be where Todd has grown in terms of off the field stuff, because obviously we know that kind of was underlying, right? And then just how he communicates with his players. And I can say this, from watching him in this game, I was shocked at how much he's grown. It was this one cat, man. It was their running back. He was nice, but he has a fumbling problem. He's like he leads the league in rushing. He's like dope as heck, but he keeps putting the ball on the ground. Haley ripped him. Oh my God. You can hear the mics. I'm like, I love this. That's the Haley I'm used to. But then what changed was Haley came back around. He's like, you know what, man, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have got on you like that, man. Sometimes I just get real reactive in the moment, man. But, we're both professionals. He's like talking. I'm just like, whoa, what? And it was like 3 other times throughout the game where he's like just so over the top. Like, man, I told you, man, this is what we do, man. I love this. I'm like, what? Like, Haley, you got a soft side right now? Like, where has this? Like, I'm used to I'm going to rip you out. And then after that, man, you just better figure it out on your own and get back in here. That's a part of what made Haley people kind of off on it. Because he didn't have this, like, best.
Not the best bedside man.
Right. Like, he's going to just say what it is. And you either can take that or you can't. But to see him shift into that, I was just like, man, if you start doing that, now you're not going to rock nowhere. You're not going to ruffle nowhere near as many people, nowhere near as many feathers. But you can't be the OC and you're ruffling the feathers of the starting quarterback, or y'all bumping because you talk a certain way. And this is the starting quarterback who is who he is. And you got to show some respect to that. But that's like some of the stuff when I thought back with Haley, whereas now I'm like, I don't know. Maybe you don't get that. If this is the version that shows up, So I was kind of cool with it, man. I definitely thought of it. I was like, literally, I left out watching that game. I'm like, bro, between Haley and I was like, definitely C Lake, because C Lake has never been a coordinator at the NFL level. He's just been DB coach, position coach. I'm like, I can see C Lake, man, if he can keep doing this type of stuff, because it goes well for both coaches and players. For the players, you're like, man, this is a crazy situation. You didn't have a crazy training camp. We know you guys play in weird locations, but if you could produce in this scenario, we think you got a chance. Flip side, if you're a coach and you can get your team to get hot or produce in this level, you're like, man, we know you don't have the best group of talent. We know you don't have the best group of, oh, these guys are all smart guys. These guys are all physical guys. It's like, nah, you dealing with a little hodgepodge group, so to speak. So if you can get them understanding your concepts, playing fast, and you also have a good feel for calling it, that's also intriguing when you're talking about potentially giving a guy an opportunity. So that's why I'm like, with both of them dudes, I was like, yeah, I like this, man. Yeah. And it just so happened that they had the Steelers connection as well, man.
We talked about the weird timing of the USFL for the players,
Yeah.
but it's weird timing in general for the coaches, both those leagues, XFL and USFL, because at that point when the XFL starting, and then same with the USFL, all the teams got their coordinators and coaches in line.
So it puts you in a situation where at best you
got to wait till like January or February.
Yep.
Or maybe mid-season if someone, because people do fire coordinators mid-season.
But I think you can go one of two ways. Your season ends, you can hop on as like an assistant, somehow get on the moving train. Or season ends, you wait till January, Black Friday or Black Monday, what we call it, see who gets got. And now from there, you've had a chance to sit on what you've grown and developed to. You also get a chance to see what the league has shifted to this year. What's the new theme? What's the new trend? And now when it's interviewing time.
The Mike McCarthy approach.
Right. And now when it's interviewing time, you ready, you got this, you going from there. Shoot, if you Haley, man, you've already been doing media. Shoot, during that little downtime, go cover NFL games. Talk about that because it keeps you sharp. It keeps you into it. Keeps your name active. And then from there, you got your opportunity.
Yeah. Cool. Good stuff, man.
I like it, though, man. Nah, but salute them dudes, though, man. Salute the USFL, man, and what they got going on, man. And just want to throw it out there. As great as Haley was, they still were struggling in the red zone, all right? So it's not just at the NFL level, all right? They was like 1 for 5 in the red zone, bro. It was insane. I was like, bro, what is going on? What is going on, man? So, yes, all good, though. All good.
Well, that's it. I mean, there's no super chats here.
I like it, man.
Dead concert to go to.
I do, bro. And I got to come back with three songs for you on Wednesday, man. So I got you, baby. I got you, man. But no, this was a vibe like it always is, man. And yeah. I don't know if you just seen it in the chat. My man, Big Noriega, he wasn't too fond of potential Haley return. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought Haley was a really good coordinator.
He said Todd Haley could stay where he at. Lord.
No, I like those offenses a lot, actually.
Nah. They were explosive, man.
Didn't like the screens. I think there was too many wide receiver screens at times, but that's really my only complaint. Those were good offenses.
What I would say his attack was this time, it had to be more quick because the O-line wasn't the best. So it was more timing, quick, precise, getting the ball out the quarterback's hand fast, slants, stuff over the middle of the field. Did take an occasional shot. The problem was the quarterback, he was kind of inconsistent. So it's like you get boom, 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 short, he's good. Occasional intermediate, that long ball, Lord have mercy.
I think Pickett could cook under Haley's system. It kind of reminds me of what Pickett was doing at Pitt with Whipple his last 2 years.
Swear when I was watching.
Very much more of like a spread opened offense.
Yes. When I was watching, I was thinking to myself, like, bro, Kenny would be electric in this style offense right here where he can just, because it's literally my man's, it was not fast hurry up, but it was tempo. So you're able to get to the line with time, and he's like seeing these, all right, bet, boom, 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 slam. All right, get back to the line. All right, got some time. All right, cool. Now we're hitting this run. All right, cool. We hit the store right here. Now let's take the shot. Like, I was digging that. I'm like, bro, Kenny would, like, that's what Kenny does. Yeah.
That's what we did at Pitt. Yeah, senior year. It was very much like it was pro from the standpoint, they're not doing like read options or anything, but it was spread out. Like they'd have like 3-4 weapons out there, receivers, whatever, and Pickett being shotgun and just dot them up.
Yeah,
and that's what Haley's offense reminded me of.
That's what it was.
Whenever it was with Ben, that 2014, that Killer B era.
Yep,
that's what a lot of it was. It felt like.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you, bro. Definitely with you. So, with that being the case, though, man, this will do it for today. It has been an absolute vibe. I hope y'all enjoyed it as well. Couple housekeeping things, man. Don't forget the 41K giveaway. The announcement will be on Thursday. So if you have not had a chance, make sure y'all go like that vid and do what you need to do in terms of entering yourself into said contest. It's pretty simple, But other than that, man, we back in this thing on Wednesday. So yeah, everybody stay great. Do what y'all do. Hit that like button one time on the way out and subscribe. And until next time, baby.
Peace.